This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the history of bad ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the history of bad ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Kevin James.
It's the history of bad.
It's bad.
It's the history of bad.
So bad.
It's the history of bad ideas. It's the history of bad.
Oh yeah.
It's the history of bad. It's the history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 225. I'm Jason.
I'm Jeff.
There's no Jim here.
Or Blake.
Because we're recording on a special night because my son had a baseball game scheduled for tomorrow, for the regular night.
Which will be rained out.
It will be rained out because it hasn't stopped raining all day.
Yep.
Here in beautiful Cincinnati. But we do have a special guest that came in at the last minute. He traveled pretty far and wide, and it is Andrew from the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Welcome, Andrew.
Thanks.
Don't feel the excitement. I see it in you. So, Andrew, you stopped by.
He brought gifts.
And you brought gifts. What did you bring? Because you're trying to lose weight, right?
Yep.
Stop doing that. So you brought gifts because you're trying to lose weight. So basically you're trying to make us fatter so you're not.
Yes.
Okay. So you brought us some good stuff from your house here. You got Liquid Luck Golden Ginger Ale. Well, that's nasty. I hate ginger ale.
Well, then I will drink the ginger ale.
You have Butter Beer, Butter Cake Soda from Pig's Mead Premium. Is this from the expo last year?
Yes.
Oh, okay. We'll try that. I've never had butter beer. Jeff, have you?
No, I have not.
Okay. We got 2 bottles of that.
Oh, well, that's mine.
It's
then.
low in calories because it's butter. So I'm sure that's good. And we have another golden ginger ale. Oh, God. Do you like ginger ale, Jeff?
I like ginger ale.
Oh,
I don't know
God.
how you can't like
Are
ginger
you a
ale.
communist?
No
God.
Canadians like ginger ale.
Oh, God. What's that all about? Ugh. So, thank you, Andrew, for stopping by. I'm going to try this butter beer. Is this real beer or is it...
Or real butter.
Oh, it says soda. Never mind.
It's all soda.
Oh, man.
Can't make alcoholic beverages.
Well, you can.
I can, but I don't think I could sell it legally.
Jeff, do you need a... There you go. You got it.
I've got the bottle opener.
I was going to say Blake, but no. Andrew's going to sit with us this week. We got a lot of comic book things going on because, to be honest, Blake's not here, so we can actually talk comic books.
Yes.
Ooh, comics.
Well, no, granted, I'm not sure about Andrew, but I know you and me, 2 or 3 years now have not been collecting comics.
That's true.
Or buying comics.
But we
I should
love the
say.
comic book culture.
That's true.
Yes.
And we can actually talk about it because Blake usually like, I don't like comic books. But yet, I'll go
how's that
watch
again? That's
I don't
Blake?
like comic books, but I'll go watch X-Men for the 10th time.
And
Look.
complain about it
And
the whole
complain about
time.
it. True. Good news is, Andrew, no one's going to call you Andy this week, so that's positive. So that's a very good positive.
That's very positive.
Yes, because Blake's not here. You have permission to hit him next time. You have a long line, though, because my brother's going to hit him, too.
Are you saying Blake intentionally pushes buttons and tries to make people angry?
Never again. Anyways, so, anything going on with you, Andrew? Do you have any announcements for the expo? Last week was a big one with Clark Gregg.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a great one. That was something that we were very lucky to be able to... We were crossing our fingers, feet, toes, everything, waiting for the contract to come back, signed.
And he's going to be there that Saturday, right?
Just Saturday.
Okay.
Very limited schedule, like 5 hours.
Okay. And 4 of those hours will be at the Hobie booth. So stop by, make sure you see him. We're giving out numbers 1 through 5. The rest of the time is just with us.
Yeah, he's a pretty rare signer. You don't see him very often.
Well, I want to ask him if he will sign my Sports Night DVD collection. Because he did buy Sports Night at the end.
Oh, he was the...
Yes. What is that? Quovadimus?
Oh, I don't remember.
I know I'm going to get correct on that.
I was going to say...
Quovadimus.
I was going to say if he'd signed my New Adventures of Old Christine DVDs.
No one wants those. No one wants those. Was that with Julia Louis-Dreyfus?
Yes.
Oh, that was not good, was it?
I heard he had a really great part in it. Everybody really liked his character.
Yeah, he was the ex-husband who married a new Christine, so...
Okay. Like I said, I loved him in Sports Night. That's the first time I remember him just because he bought them and saved them. Because fucking ABC didn't know how to do it.
Now, do you think he'll appear this week in Avengers?
Yes. Avengers Infinity War is starting, obviously, Thursday.
You think he will?
I think he's in it.
Oh, I was under the impression they
Yeah,
kind of
I don't
ignored-
buy a lot of the shit they're saying.
Agent Maria Hill's in it, so it has me suspicious that she's in it.
I think so.
But according to the movies, he hasn't really been brought back, and they kind of...
Thanos is big enough that he will be. That's my thought.
You think he'll be
Yeah.
in? Well, so now we've got something to look forward to this weekend.
I have stopped all Avengers Infinity War. I saw the second trailer, and I do this. I tell you this all the time on the podcast. I stop after that. Because then I went to a website today, and they're like, did you notice the TV trailers for Avengers Infinity War is becoming spoilers? Like, they're showing stuff. It's like, then why are you watching them?
Yeah.
Why are you doing that to
you
yourself?
don't have to pay attention to them, you know.
No, don't.
I will say that the Infinity trailers, though, are a lot of it's like rehash of the same scenes, maybe a different angle. I don't think they're really showing us
That's
anything
true.
new. Like, usually you see new scenes with trailers, but I think what the Infinity trailer is, it's like the same scenes of them running out towards the jungle or out of the jungle. That same scene over and over again, only it's a different shot. Because I saw it again, a new trailer. It's like the same scene, only shot different.
I just want to see the Thanos and Captain America fight when he catches the fist. That is badass. I love that. I love that scene.
See, I would have been fine not knowing about that.
Sorry, Jeff. I spoiled that for
You
you.
did.
Andrew, are you going this weekend to see it?
Yeah. I'm actually going to go maybe tomorrow night at midnight.
You mean Thursday night?
No, he said
tomorrow.
tomorrow night.
Oh, you have a
Special
nice
sneak
screening?
preview.
Midnight, if you guys want to go.
Oh, that's a rough one.
Man.
Or you can go...
We have tickets
Yeah,
already.
we already got our Thursday tickets.
Or you can go with me Wednesday night at 10.
Jesus.
Man.
Now you're making things difficult.
I'm seeing Karate Kid, Cobra Kai.
Yeah?
So they're showing Karate Kid, and then when you get done with Karate Kid, you're going to see the first 2 episodes of Cobra Kai.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be
So
cool
I'm going to
too.
see
That'd be
that.
kinda
So I'm
fun.
going to see that, and as soon as it's over, I have the option of seeing Infinity War if I want. So.
I like the idea.
Oh, no, thank you.
I don't want to see Avengers. No,
Say no to
So it'd
that.
be like a 10 p.m. showing, or do I want to see it tomorrow night at midnight? So I'm kind of debating if I want to do
Do you have to get up early for work?
no, I got to be there at 9, but I got to get the kids up. And I'm just kind of like, oh my goodness, do I really want to go through that?
The midnight
Can
show?
you do them both?
He said I could if I wanted to.
Oh. So if you fall asleep during the midnight show, you can do the 10 o'clock then and catch up on anything you missed.
Well, the midnight show will be in IMAX 3D, which would be nice. The other one would be in a standard theater.
See, I don't like 3D, though. But I've never seen IMAX 3D. I'm wondering...
See, I've only seen IMAX 3D once, and that was for Doctor Strange, and it honestly took me out of the movie.
Really? On Doctor Strange?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't necessarily what was on the screen. It
Yeah.
was the fact that the glasses just darken everything, so everything felt like there was a haze
Yeah.
in front of it. And that's
Sometimes
what I
that
don't
can
like
happen
about
with the 3D.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about 3D.
Especially if you wear glasses.
Yeah, which
And
I wear glasses, so I had to wear glasses over glasses. And
Yeah, when I see a 3D movie now, I make sure I wear contacts.
I will say, Avengers looks great. I'm excited for it now, finally. I even think, I'm going out, I think the Defenders are in it.
Really?
Here's what I think
There's
is going to
so many
happen.
people already
Here's
in
what I
it.
think. No, let me finish, though. It's going to be a very small 5-second scene of them down below. And, you can either, they could be flying overhead, Captain America in a ship, and they look down and they see the heads. I'm not saying it's real actors. It could be CGI even. But you just see the heads of them fighting on the streets, protecting things. I could see that happening.
In a
And you know
blink
what?
and you
I'm
miss
okay.
it shot. And
I'm okay with with that, though. A 5-second thing just to put them into the world.
What about Miss Marvel? Think she'll make an appearance?
I think she's in the second one. The second Avengers Infinity War, or whatever it's called.
Whatever, yeah.
Electric Boogaloo
They
or
can't
whatever.
let you know the title because it'll be a spoiler to the
Secret
first
Invasion?
one.
I don't think you can spoil Secret Invasion. If Thanos survives this one...
The death of Captain America or something like that, let's...
Yeah, but how are you going... I don't think Thanos gets resolved in this one. I think it's got to be a... because Ms. Marvel, the movie, which comes out next, I think...
In which Phil Coulson's in it.
Yeah.
But
And
that's
Samuel L. Jackson. It's a pre... It takes place in the 80s or 90s.
90s.
Yeah.
So who else I hear was in it?
Samuel L. Jackson, Coulson... they said Lee, whatever, from the original Guardians of the Galaxy, the bad guy.
The bad guy, Ronan the Accuser.
Yes. And there was somebody else, too, in it. I think they even said Thanos might be in it, too. So that would be it. That's why I think... that's why I could see that this is going to end on a cliffhanger.
I could see Captain Marvel making an appearance towards the end of the film, then her solo movie come out, and then she has a big role to play in the following Avengers.
I'm fine with
movie.
that. I'm fine with Ms. Marvel in it.
I'm thinking most of the... I think we lose 3 or 4 people in this movie.
Who do you think dies?
Really want to know?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's all speculation, unless you've got an inside...
No, I don't have an inside scoop, but
Okay.
I'm pretty much think Loki is first to go.
I've heard that, yeah.
I could see him doing a heroes thing. Going out as a hero.
I think he gets killed for Thanos to get the first stone.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he goes pretty quick. And then I
But
think...
can you really kill a god?
Well, you always be wondering, is he really dead?
Yeah.
Correct.
So I think they can get rid of Loki pretty... And you wouldn't... But I think Captain America goes. I think Iron Man goes. I think Vision goes. I think Mantis goes.
Ooh.
You know,
I never thought about Mantis.
I think Nebula goes.
I think Nebula is... I think that she's gone.
I'm kind of personally cheering for Nebula being the one to strike like the death blow or
To
whatever
Thanos?
the final thing, nailing Thanos' coffin to stop his plans. But that doesn't mean she won't die in the process.
I kind of think about some of the actors that are in these movies,
Yeah.
and Karen Gillian's just getting to be a bigger and bigger celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she probably doesn't want to be tied down in the Marvel Cinematic Universe forever.
Especially
for
if she
us-
has to keep shaving her head for it.
It's true. I could see... I think Nebula's gone. I think Loki's gone. I think Captain America dies at the end. Of course, I've gone on the report here, and Kevin from 365 Flicks as well. We have said we think they all die, and then at the end of the movie, and then Doctor Strange in the next one brings them back because of the Time Stone. And then I'm not going to be happy if that's what happens. Because that's an easy cop-out.
Doctor Strange dies too. That's another one I thought.
No, they're making it. Well, they never announced a sequel to him yet.
He's dead.
You think?
Yeah.
I think he takes over for Tony Stark's role. That's my thought.
I could be wrong. I don't think they killed Doctor Strange.
Yeah, they
in
do.
this one.
Wow.
Okay.
See, I think they all die and then come back.
Ant-Man. They're killing off Ant-Man.
That would be funny.
Since his movie is the next one.
Yes. Oh, that's right. It is the next one. I think Loki and Nebula is a good one. I think those two are good. I would not be shocked if Mantis, because I think somebody from the Guardians of the Galaxy has to go. And I don't know who.
That's why they brought Mantis into the Guardians of the Galaxy, just to get rid of her.
And is going to piss off Drax because he's kind of liking her.
Or you can kill off Groot again and then bring back another
somebody said
sapling
that
or something.
possibly Groot dies and he becomes part of the Thor's new weapon.
That would be awesome.
That would be interesting.
I would be fine with that. Because what does Thor's new weapon? What is that? I saw that on one of the toys. Storm Crusher.
I know nothing
Stormbreaker
about
or something
this.
like
Yeah.
that.
So I'm kind of intrigued by that. I think somebody from Guardians has to die. I'm excited
We
for
should
it.
make a list and see who's right. And then whoever wins gets a prize.
We can do that because we also have something later on from Besotted Geek asking us to recast the characters we think that are going to die in the Avengers Infinity War. I like that idea.
So whoever we think's dead, who will take over, or
I don't know. He wasn't specific. He just says recast.
okay,
Somebody from Black Panther is going to die. It's the one girl.
Michonne
the
from
bald
Walking
one.
Dead.
Yeah, I think she goes.
I hope not.
She's gone.
I don't think.
Everybody's got to suffer a loss.
Correct.
That's
correct.
what I think about it. Everybody from all the major films has to take a loss.
Except Ant-Man because he's by himself.
Yeah.
Of course, I
I don't think Ant-Man's going to be in this movie very much.
I don't think so. Is Hawkeye even going to show up?
That's
poor
why
guy.
That's why I think Agent Coulson's probably rounding up the rest of these people for a second wave.
That would be awesome.
So
That's
you're
what I'm
thinking
feeling.
like Hawkeye and Ant-Man are coming back.
Like you'll see
Like
him at the
later?
end, like we need to get everybody, and then
And then Namor comes out, the Submariner, and he shows up.
if that happens, everybody's going to drop a load. Because that was out of left field.
Well, and also because Disney doesn't technically have the rights to him. The cinematic one.
Yeah.
But again, you're Disney. Fuck you. Let's see it. Come on. What are you going to do? Sue me?
Especially since we're in the middle of buying Fox. Are you
Yeah.
gonna sue?
What are you going to do?
Only if the deal falls through will they sue.
What if it was the X-Men that showed up?
I've heard rumors that they'll come up in the second one. And the Time Stone, or is it the Space... what is it?
Not the time with the reality.
Reality Stone is the one that brings them over. That's the one I've heard. Again, it's a rumor. I don't think it's going to happen yet. I think that's the long play down the road.
You know, the thing with super comic
How
books
about
is
Fantastic
nobody
Four?
ever... Oh, that would be
I could
cool.
see Fantastic Four before X-Men.
Yeah, that's
Especially
true.
with Thanos.
With them rebooting the comic and everything.
Yeah. There's a reason they brought the comic book back. And so
Could
they
be.
killed it when they lost or they knew they weren't getting them back.
Oh.
Then they brought it back.
And you get Chris Evans to play 2 roles.
And Michael B. Jordan.
You know what? They're both Torch Boy.
Time out. Chris Evans dies as Captain America but shows up as Human Torch. I
Yes.
like it. But he's shaved.
That would
So
be-
you
yeah.
don't know it's him.
That would be a mind play on kids.
I want that. I want that.
Why is Iron Man on? Why is Captain America on fire?
Reincarnation.
That would really mess with
And then
everything.
then he dies, and Michael B. Jordan plays the original Human Torch, the android one, and you're like, weren't you just in Black Panther? I like it. Let's just keep doing that. Oh my goodness.
No, we'll all find out in a couple of days, won't we?
Yeah.
This has
we
been the
will.
one movie we've all been looking forward to. I think more than any superhero movie to date.
Black Panther. I was more excited about Black Panther than Avengers Infinity
I
War.
saw that 2 weeks ago, and it was very good.
I loved
It
it.
had a different feel than all movies. I think that's why I
Yeah.
appreciated it more. It felt different.
We talked about this off air. You said, would that be in your top 5, you said? You've had 2
Yeah.
weeks to think about it. Would it be in
Yeah,
your top 5?
it's up in there. I mean, it's getting a little crowded because there's some pretty good movies from the Marvel universe, but
Yeah.
it's definitely it's juggling in that top 5, 6 range. You know, I don't say it's hard to pick a number. I still think my number one is the one that started as Captain America: First Avenger. That right to me that were kind of really kicked off. You know, because it seems like lately it's all been about the Captain America movies.
Yeah. Well, you're talking to the choir here on that because we both think First Avenger is one of the most sorely underrated movies in the bunch. I know a lot of people rank that fairly low in the.
I think Nerdist.com did the rankings, and that was like number 10 or 12. And I'm like, really? You're not even in the top... It wasn't in the top 10. It might have been 12 or 15. I'm like, did you watch the same movie? Because that was a pretty damn perfect movie. If you're going to do an origin film, that's the way to do it.
Right. And the Avengers, like I loved it when it first came out, but the more and more I watch, it don't seem like it holds up as well.
Oh, really?
The costumes kind of bother me. I feel like the costumes are kind of cosplay-like.
Because I'll say the Avengers, I think I still put at my number 1 favorite.
I mean, I like it, but it seems like I don't know. It just didn't. I don't know. I could rewatch Captain America: First Avenger over and over again.
That's the great thing about a period piece is it never really will feel so dated because you're watching it knowing you're thinking it's the 40s.
Yeah, that's true.
You talking about Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's well, like you said. I think the most excited I was for a comic book movie was the first Avenger movie. You know, when they finally brought them all together for the first time.
I'll give you that. I was pretty excited for that. Black Panther is still the one, because we talked about that for years. I think even
yeah.
our first episode we talked about that. Because our top 5 we did many, many years ago.
Yeah.
And now we're revisiting it because there's been a lot of movies that came out since
And
then.
they've made a Black Panther, which was, I think, your number 1.
It was my number 1. That's why I wanted it. I will have to say this butterbeer was pretty damn good.
It's in my opinion, it's really good for like it's about there.
Well, great. Now I'm at that point. Now
That's
that I'm
about
like-
where I am. All right.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's pretty damn good. I've never had it before, but man, that's good. That's really good. Speaking of drinks, something you should not drink. My son, we stopped. We had a baseball tournament this weekend, so we stopped at the gas station beforehand, and we got some Gatorades for him. And
And sushi. You got the gas station sushi.
oh,
didn't
gotta
you?
get the sushi. Gotta get the sushi. That is not true, Andrew. You looked at me like I was getting sushi at 8 in the morning. No, that's not true. He got cucumber melon Gatorade.
Oh.
He took 2 drinks, and I was like, "Are you sure you want this, buddy?" He's like, "Yeah, I think so. I want to try it." Within 2 drinks, he's like, "Dad, no, you gotta have it." We were at the ball field, and I took a drink. I was like, "Oh my God, this is awful." Then I took 3 more drinks, and I was like, "Yep, this is really bad. This is bad." It tasted seriously like you're sucking on a cucumber.
Yeah. Unless it's been pickled, I don't tend to eat cucumbers. So.
I like cucumbers. I do not. I like Gatorade. I do not like
I
cucumber
like Gatorade. I like
Gatorade.
watermelon, but they all mixed together. Yeah.
Watermelon Gatorade's a little rough too. Whose phone is on?
Mine?
I thought Jim was here. Come on.
Jim doesn't have the ding ding.
That's right.
Oh, that's your brother.
Oh, Doug, number 1 fan. Doug is in Disney, people. I'm shocked. I know you're all shocked. He might be here next week.
So your number 1 movie from Marvel, circle back.
Circle back, please.
Is Black Panther.
Yeah, Captain America, First Avenger. Black Panther is probably 2 or 3. That's a tough call. I got to see Black Panther one more time. I feel like I need to see it twice just to make sure I loved it as much as everyone. One issue I had with Black Panther, I thought that as good of a movie it was, the CGI looked a little rough in the background sometimes. Like the trains on the at the end of it, the subway fight.
That didn't bother me. I love those rhinos at the end, though.
The rhinos were awesome.
That caught me off guard. And I was like, "Oh, those are cool. I wish they were in the Lord of the Rings movie or something."
I don't know
the
what
Hobbit.
that is. What's the Lord of the Rings? Jeff, help me.
It's a very good movie series that you did not watch.
I did watch. It was on Fast Forward. Is that the ones they walked?
That's the ones they walked.
Okay,
yes.
now I got it.
So your 1 and 2 is what?
I had 1 is the Avengers, 2 Captain America, First Avenger.
What's after that? Winter Soldier?
No, 3 was Black Panther.
Okay.
At least according to the list I made when we were on 365 Flicks 2 weeks ago.
I do like it's very fluid for me. It can switch. Those top 5 can switch.
Yeah.
I like the original Iron Man. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
And I still think it holds up.
Thor Ragnarok. That's probably my top 3 now.
See, I think that's one of the most overrated films.
I love that movie.
Really?
And it's got some great scenes in it.
I forget who told me this. It might have been Des Hassing. If you picture it as a buddy cop movie, it's a lot better. And I go, yeah, that is kind of a point. Like, I didn't see that opening night. I saw it a couple weeks later. I enjoyed it. Oh, no, I did see that opening night. I did.
I didn't see that opening night.
I saw that with your sister, actually. But I enjoyed it. But it might be because I'm not a big Thor fan.
Oh, I love Thor.
I like Chris Hemsworth. His abs are impressive. But I like Thor 2 a lot better than most people do. I feel like I am in the very, very few people that like that film.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the film, but it
Thor
is
2?
towards the bottom of the Marvel movies.
Can we all agree that it's funny how they keep writing out Natalie Portman like in a very haphazard way? Yeah, we broke up. Yeah. That was it. Have a good day. She doesn't want to do these films. That's fine. We're done.
I wish people would quit casting her in big genres because she's not a very fan-friendly person.
No, yeah,
like
you're right,
Star
she's
Wars, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. When they casted her for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I was like, "Oh, come on! She'll never do a convention to meet fans."
She's
nobody who will love the fans.
Yeah, she's never going to be the female Thor either. So that's the other thing.
Well, that's fine with me though.
Yeah, the Jane Foster.
No, I love Thor Ragnarok. I thought it was a very fun movie. It's Gabe, my son's favorite movie. Mm-hmm. My kids love it. I bought it on Blu-ray when it came out and the Steelbook because I had loved it so much.
I have not bought that one. I did buy. What did we buy? Coco. We bought Coco. That's a different genre.
Still
though.
need to see that one.
It's a good
Very
one.
well done. Very well done.
Can I ask what your favorite? Oh, if you got money.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, good.
Of all the movies, all of them now.
The Marvels.
Marvel movies.
Okay.
What's the 1 or 2 moments that you look back and say, "Dang, that got you going"? Like emotional wise.
Ben Affleck and Elektra jumping on the seesaws.
No, the Marvel movies.
That is a Marvel movie. Daredevil.
No, MCU movies.
I don't know about you, but I put that in my MCU. They're just as MCU as the
about it.
They're just as MCU as the Defenders.
No, they're not.
Oh, that's a good one.
What scene gets me?
That always gets you to be a tearjerker, like, oh my goodness.
Oh, a tearjerker?
Yeah, it's kind of, or it's kind of like you feel good, like thank goodness.
Jeff, what's my favorite scene ever in the Marvel movies?
I don't
Captain
remember.
America.
Oh, the
Why do you want to kill a Nazi, son? I don't want to kill anyone. I just don't like bullies. Favorite scene ever. I still get goosebumps with it. Love it. Just perfectly delivered. I love that line. I love that whole thing. That's my favorite.
Damn. This isn't something I thought about, so
You want us to come back to it?
Yeah, come back to
What's
it.
yours?
Or if I'm just going film to film, trying to think which scenes stand out for me.
Another one of my favorite scenes is Black Panther when he is becoming king, and they have everybody overlooking him, all the tribes in that.
Yeah.
I love that scene. I love how they go up and just everybody's there. And you know what? Black Panther, the reason I love it, it is totally different than anything they've made. And the whole time I'm watching, I'm like, I can't believe this is being made. Like, this is amazing that they're going to do this. And I love the whole movie. I love. So maybe that might be it. Just a whole different feel of it.
Mm-hmm. You know, I'm going to throw this out, and this is my first reaction, but I'm thinking back to like the end of the Avengers when they finally win, and they're interviewing
Taj?
they're interviewing the waitress who's just talking about how Captain America saved her. Because you're thinking, oh my God, people are hating them because they destroyed the city, and that's like they're kind of. And she's like, these people are heroes, that type of thing. It's like we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Captain America, and that part. You're like, that's what comic book movies should be about. Is watching and.
Did you go, America? Fuck yeah!
Exactly.
After that, okay.
I did.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
I did like the one part of Avengers when Tony Stark and Steve Rogers are working together when the helicarrier, the propeller dies. It's a small little thing, but it's one of their first times they're working together.
After having a big argument.
Yeah. And then when Captain America opens up the electrical thing, he's like, what am I looking at? And Tony Stark's trying to go through everything. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of a fun one.
Although I think my favorite laugh moment, I gotta say movie, was just when Captain America finally got a reference. Somebody made a reference to flying monkeys. He goes, I get that reference. just a little thing in the middle there that I thought was perfect.
I did tweet out that we had a special guest tonight. Didn't say who. And since the Explorer said, you somehow booked Kevin James. So yes, we did not have Kevin James here tonight, but he might be coming on our show next week, just to let you guys know.
Unless, Andrew, if you want to do your best Kevin James impersonation.
See, you just laughed and you made me laugh. That's something Kevin James has never made me do. So there you go. Well done, Andrew. You're the anti-Kevin James.
My moments would probably be, I don't know, when you think Thor's dead in the very first Thor movie, and then he gets his hammer back and he goes up into the tornado.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really, for some reason, that part really gets me, because he's sitting there, he's human, and he goes out there to defend his friends, and he doesn't have his powers, and he's like, well, I'm here to save my friends, and who cares? If I die, I die, whatever. I always thought that part was pretty strong. Also, when Captain America, in the very first movie, he's going down in the plane. Mm-hmm. He says, I'm never going to get that date or whatever.
Dance. Yeah. I slow you a dance.
Yeah. And the last one would be...
Peggy could have done better.
You could tell I'm a Thor fan. But the last one was Thor Ragnarok, when he's getting ready, for people who haven't seen it yet, he's getting ready to... His sister's getting ready to kill him.
Yeah.
And then he starts having visions from his father, and he goes, are you the god of hammers, or are you the god of thunder? And then he gets his power. Yeah, and he gets his power back. So
I thought that when Hela, is it Hela?
Yeah,
Hela.
Yeah. When she breaks the hammer, would have been amazing to see if they didn't show it in the trailer.
Oh, that pissed me off. They showed that in the trailer.
Yeah.
Now, I knew they were trying to make her look deadly, so people were like, oh shit, she just broke the hammer. We got to go see what else she can do.
That's a good point. Why would they show that in the trailer?
But that pissed me off.
Yeah.
That pissed me off they did that.
I think they wanted... Yeah, I don't know why they showed it, because... I mean, I know it happens early in the movie, but that still doesn't mean you don't want to... Oh my God, fuck! What?
Like when,
scene,
who is it? Loki or Thor? Who loses their hand in the one movie?
Loki gets his hand...
Chopped off, right?
Fakely chopped...
Yeah, fake. No, it's Thor.
Thor
Yeah.
fakely gets
when
his hand
he gets his hand
chopped
chopped off. That was a great What the F moment, and they never spoiled it in the trailers. And I think you would have had that moment with the hammer too. Now, obviously, Thor thing was a joke because Loki was being mischievous.
Well, as we're talking spoilers, I'll throw a spoiler out here, but well, we've already kind of spoiled Ragnarok. Anyway. But what got me, because I didn't see that one for a couple of weeks after it came out. Well, between the time that movie came out and the time I saw it, the first new Avenger trailers came out, showing Thor with an eye patch.
Yes.
And I'm like, well, I know what happens in Ragnarok.
It was actually a cooking accident. He's got lemon in his eye.
I loved Hemsworth as Thor. I
do too.
I think he really enjoys playing the character. I think Chris Evans is kind of like, I enjoy the character, but I'm done.
I think of all the characters that will come back, if they were to resign, Hemsworth would be the person to do it.
Yeah, I think he thoroughly enjoys being Thor. And I'm not saying Chris Evans doesn't.
Correct.
I think Chris Evans wants to do other things in his career.
So, getting on to this, let's have a breath of silence, Jeff, for Vern Troyer, Mini-Me. He passed away, 49 years old. Guy you haven't heard much of lately, but...
well, when you did hear it wasn't good.
No. Breath of silence.
He had a YouTube show.
Really?
A YouTube channel, and he did little things on it.
We have a YouTube channel, too. That doesn't mean anything. I'm not trying to kick him while he's down. Wouldn't take much. But, I mean, I'm just saying. We have a YouTube channel. Hell, Andrew, you know what? I can sign you up for a YouTube channel right now. Do you want to be on it?
I'm just saying, I watched a couple of them before, like 6 months ago, and they were interesting.
Okay. Were they entertaining?
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
so. I mean, I don't think it'd be something that you would, I don't know.
You'll have your way to see, but...
I saw them, and I actually clicked on one, clicked on another, clicked on another.
The only thing when I heard he passed away, this sounds really bad. The first thing that popped into my head is that picture going around on Facebook that he's eating the foot-long Subway, and it's bigger than him almost. and it's all shown throughout Facebook. Have you not seen it?
No, I have not seen
Oh my
that.
God, it's so mean. And they're like, how does he eat this? And it's like, oh man, I just feel really bad at that. That's the first thing I thought about.
But God, he's over 3 feet tall.
I know that. I'm just saying.
I mean, come on.
He's 2.8, I think.
Was it 2.8?
Yeah.
I heard 2.79. I don't know.
I think he's 2 foot 8 inches, yeah.
Anybody watch Westworld?
No.
Yes, I did, first season.
Did you watch last night's episode, the new one?
I didn't know it started.
Okay, it looks like you just lost your best friend there. Andrew, it premiered last night. It did.
Second season was started last night. I have not seen it yet.
I will not do spoilers, but it's so damn good.
Westworld is good.
Oh my God.
I didn't know it started. I feel like a fool.
Yeah, it started. It was amazing. I loved it.
Resubscribe to HBO, quick!
I loved it. It was very well done. There will be no spoilers here. They do have multiple timelines, but it's not as confusing as the last time. And people on Twitter are like, I don't get it. Why is there multiple timelines? How's everything working? It's like, they're like 2 weeks apart, people. They even tell you in the episode within 5 minutes.
So different than the first season when they didn't tell you they were multiple timelines.
Correct. It shows right after the attack, right after Dolores does everything, and then they show 2 weeks later when Strand, who is a new guy in charge of Delos or whatever that is, comes with his troops to kind of clean up the things. So it's like, okay, and there might be a third one in there, but it's all within the same time.
So you think that's what the season is going to be? The flashback between 2 weeks and current,
Yeah, and I think...
Like the before the 2 weeks and the after 2 weeks?
I think so.
Kind of like the first 6 seasons of Arrow where they kept doing flashbacks in every episode.
Yeah, this is only 2 weeks opposed to 5 years. But they do mention Shogun World, which is the new one that everybody knows about, the samurai world. It's called Shogun World. And there's Park 6. So there's at least 6 parks because something happens and they tell you. That was a fun little thing. And then they tell you where it actually takes place, the whole thing.
Ooh, don't ruin that for me.
That's in the first 5 minutes, too. And it's such a throwaway line. You're like, those writers were, so tired of people bitching.
Bitching about where is it?
Yeah, underwater, in space, over here,
It's
over
on the
there.
moon, right?
on the moon, you know, and they throw it away like real quick. It's like, okay, good, we can move on now.
Okay, here in Arizona, where the park is located.
It's in Toledo, Ohio, with Jeannie from Hobie and Tony. But the funny thing is, though, like they do the throwaway line of where it's at, and then people today on Reddit, because I did go on Reddit. I don't know how to do it, but I went on Reddit and put Westworld, and actually I googled that Westworld Reddit season
exactly.
Yes, and I got all these things, and there's like hundreds of theories, and they're like, well, they told you where it was, but that doesn't mean it couldn't be here. No, stop it.
They could be lying to you.
No, they're not lying. Oh my God, people! Come on.
Star Wars is lying to us about Rey's backstory. That's all a lie.
Oh my God, I
Luke's
hope
not dead.
I don't care. Can we move on to a new trilogy?
Luke's not dead.
And I love The Last Jedi. Jeff loves The Last Jedi. That traitor Blake doesn't like it, but he's not here this week, so suck it, Blake. We're like,
Andrew's like, I hate it too.
I didn't.
Best Star Wars
Twitter
film.
Pro of the Week. We're done talking to you about that. Let's see. So, Twitter Pro of the Week. You can find us on Bad Ideas Podcast on Twitter. You can also find us on the History of Bad Ideas on Facebook. We do a lot of pop culture updates throughout the day. Also on Twitter as well. And we always put out the guests from the Cincinnati Comic Expo pretty much as soon as they are announced.
Well, we got one this week.
Tomorrow?
Wednesday.
Ooh.
You want to know?
Well, yeah.
Are you going to...
Maybe we'll do it after the break.
Okay.
Oh.
Look at that tease. Twitter poll of the week. You can vote at Bad Ideas Podcast. We had, what did you think of the season premiere of Westworld? We had amazing, welcome back, good but some flaws, average, and awful. Too many timelines, I'm an idiot, I'm a communist.
But you didn't put Westworld was back?
Well, that would be Andrew's response. Good job, Andrew. Thanks for voting for that. Winning with 65% of the vote. Awesome. Welcome back. With second place, 17%. Awful. Too many timelines.
Ooh.
And tied with 9% is good and average. So, majority of people, over 50% obviously, loved it. And I enjoyed it. I don't think I think you're going to see a bigger play. And I think if you know the movies, you know where they're going to go. And I think that's a pretty cool thing that they kind of took a reimagining of the movies. So, they said with the 6 parks, people online were trying to figure out what it is. They only told you Shogun World is the other one. But people have been deciphering this code online.
I hope RoboCop World is one.
No, but they said Roman World is one of them, as they think. And they said Medieval Land is another one, too. So it's got to be better than Medieval Times, right?
No, nothing's better than Medieval Times.
That is a lie.
I have never been to a Medieval Times.
I'm not watching an overweight man joust, okay? I'm not watching that.
You don't
You're
want
going
to
to find out that
Joust?
Game of Thrones was...
Part of Westworld? That would be... How awesome would that be?
That would be kind of cool.
No. And you don't have to do it in Game of Thrones. Have Game of
Yeah.
Thrones finish the series, do all that.
But just have that in Westworld. Oh, yeah, there's
in the
our...
final season of Westworld.
Oh, yeah, there's the dragons fighting. They're all robots or whatever they call them. Hosts.
Jeff, me and you are going to have to talk off air once you see this Westworld. So this week we're going to have to talk about this. Hopefully,
Okay.
Avengers. Not during the movie, though.
Oh. At least during the weekend, because we are
Yes.
taking a trip together out of state.
We are. We're going to Winnipeg.
Winnebago?
Winnebago. We're going to Winnipeg in a Winnebago. There you go. Who doesn't want to do that? That sounds like fun, because I love sharing accommodations. Anyways, let's get some listener feedback.
Is that how Blake does it?
I don't know. I usually ignore him.
Oh, okay.
Who's it sponsored by this week?
This week's bomb listener feedback, I still don't know what that means,
I don't either.
is brought to you by Waffle House. We'll start off with Doug. Number 1 fan, 8 pans. Can't give yourself a
not going
nickname.
on anymore with Waffle House.
Doug wants to know, are you excited about a live-action Mask film? That is, Mask, the mobile armored strike command.
Yes.
I agree. I think it would be cute, too.
I just wish for once they actually do it true to the cartoon. Like not like
They want them
not like kid dialogue,
But not like what
G.I.
G.I.
Joe?
Joe or
oh
Transformers
my God,
did to
G.I.
their
Joe was a travesty. At least Transformers had some.
for the expo.
They were both terrible.
Is your special guest the guy that played Dr. Mindbender in the G.I. Joe films? Please do, because that guy was awesome.
In the films?
Yes.
Dr. Mindbender?
Yeah, he was in the films.
I don't even remember.
You shouldn't remember any of it.
I just remember when the climax of the G.I. Joe film was spoofed 3 years earlier in the opening scene of Team America.
Yes, it
World
was.
Police.
When they blew up the whole thing.
When they knocked down the Eiffel Tower, and I'm like, wow, they made fun of this before this even came out. This is great.
Yep. No, the G.I. Joe's movies were terrible.
Oh, god awful.
They were awful.
I
don't. It's like, did you not watch the source material at all?
No, they
Read
had no
any of
clue.
the comics, anything.
They had no clue what they were doing with the source material. They're making Cobra Commander and Duke like
Roommates.
friends or college friends or whatever it was. I'm like,
Wasn't Baroness his ex-girlfriend?
yeah,
Yeah,
something
it was
dumb
just
like that.
all
It was-
like. It was crazy. It made no sense.
It was like Dawson's Creek with military.
yeah, pretty much. So like Riverdale.
Stop it.
And then the second movie, Duke dies in the first couple.
Wait
of
a
minutes.
minute.
What?
Andrew likes Riverdale.
I
I like Riverdale.
I do.
Oh, man.
Fuck you, Jeff. Welcome to the Riverdale podcast. So anyways, let's talk about this. Well, Jeff pulled the plug on that one. So I apologize for that abrupt ending there. He actually turned off the recording when we did Riverdale. So 6 hours later, we are now all caught up on Riverdale. If you wanted to hear it, you should have bought a ticket to the Bob Studios.
Yes.
You son of a
Don't insult the person in charge of the booth or the board here.
I don't like you. I wish Henna was here. He could run it. Anyways, what
Does
else?
Heather like Riverdale?
I don't know, but he'd at least be better than you. Anyways,
Have you watched it?
Yes.
The whole season.
No, I couldn't get that far. I watched like
love
7 episodes, and
It's good.
no, it wasn't.
It's good stuff.
It really wasn't.
Riverdale podcast, hour number 7.
I mean,
We're on.
And Luke Perry's in it.
Yeah, I realize Luke Perry is in it. That's not a selling point. You realize that.
For me, it is.
It isn't for me.
Chuck Berry's in it, too.
About the only thing I hated worse than Riverdale was 90210.
Oh, that was awful. Don't you dare compare the two.
They're the same damn thing.
Shut up. You're the damn thing. I don't know what that means.
I like Veronica more than Betty in Riverdale.
Well, definitely. Veronica's the
Veronica.
best part. I'll give you that. But it sucked me in at the beginning. I was like intrigued on this like murder mystery, and then they just dropped it for like 4 episodes. It might have been longer because I stopped.
It was.
And
then
I'm like, the only interesting plot point you are ignoring right now.
That's wrong. First off, the second best plot point was Archie's abs. My God, that guy. Whoo, his abs.
Well, Miss
Jay
Grundy
Appa?
was the second best plot point, and she left town.
She got killed, too, in the second season.
Oh, well, she came
Oh,
back.
son of a bitch. You haven't watched the second season, have you?
I watched 1 episode, but I can't deal with commercials.
Okay.
So wait
she
till it's Netflix.
doesn't die.
She does die. That's not in the first episode, I think.
She's replaced by Solomon Grundy. Oh. So there you go. Me, Archie.
Well, if Solomon Grundy keeps coming back from the dead, so maybe Miss Grundy
Born
was
on
the
a
first one.
Monday.
Miss Grundy was the first Grundy in the
Yes.
Solomon line.
In the Solomon line. Keep going.
I
What
can't
else?
believe you don't like it. That just
You've seen it. I can't believe you can't believe people don't like that.
it's based on comics.
Yeah, it's about as based on comics as much as what I wipe off my ass is based on comics.
Lies. You haven't seen the new Archie comics.
Yeah, they still kept the structure of the family's pretty much the same. The name's the same. Characterization's the same.
Veronica has a
It's-
butler, just like the books.
It's almost true to the source material.
Yeah.
I read the source material when I was a child. That is nothing like what I read.
Do you like any of the characters?
Veronica.
I like the characters from the old comic books. I was looking for an updated version of that, not a slutty teen soap opera.
Is there any other
What?
teen soap opera?
Well, okay, there probably isn't, but I didn't need a frickin' soap opera to.
I'm glad
tell
you
me in-
stopped the show so we didn't talk Riverdale, and now we're talking Riverdale.
I'm just trying to pick his brain as why he doesn't like.
Don't worry about
because
it.
I
He's
have
wrong.
taste. I mean, I thought that was well enough established.
Anyway,
But
moving
anyway,
on.
from Chad and V in Westworld, will the West think it has found the outside world when Dolores seeks only to enter into Samurai World?
So his thought is basically trying to get to the outside. If she enters Samurai World, will she think that's the real outside world?
Don't know.
I don't think so. I think she enters Future World, and that's how she thinks is the real world. And it's and you may think it's the real world, but it's actually just Future World. That's going to be the twist at the end of the series season.
You think it's the real world, but that's just another park.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's Future World.
Oh,
but
so
I
you
like
ruined
it.
the whole season for me, is what you're just saying.
Yes, because I wrote it. So, thank you, Chad. Thanks for your question. I love Westworld. Keep going.
From Wedding Photo Hangover Podcast. Number one complaint my friends have with Westworld is that they don't like a show where the robots are murdering humans. How do I explain to them that the humans are terrible monsters and the robots are good guys?
What other show doesn't the robots kill the humans?
What, like every show with robots in it?
Yeah, pretty much. How do you...
Well, then they don't like those shows, is what
I
he's
guess
saying.
not.
But he wants to say Westworld is different because the robots are the ones that you should have the sympathy for.
Correct.
And the humans are the monsters.
Correct. I agree. It's like Walking Dead.
Yeah.
The zombies are just zombies. The people are really the scum.
I suppose how you explain to them is tell them the humans are terrible monsters and the robots are the good guys.
Yes. Andrew, you agree?
Yeah, but the robots, they have real feelings.
I think so.
That's what the show is exploring.
The next thing they need is robot babies, and then they're fully human. And then, you know...
they get
Maeve had a
rights.
robot baby.
Well, did she give birth, though, to it?
Oh, well, you didn't say that.
I'm just saying. Because then, if that's the
you
case...
have to give birth to it for it to be a robot
No,
baby?
that's true. Because you could love it still, obviously.
Exactly.
So then you're kind of wondering, well, are they really robots anymore? They started as that, but did they become...
They have
humans?
emotion chips,
Yeah.
like Data.
Yeah.
I don't want to cheer too much for the robots because they'll take us out. All right?
Well, they won't take me out because I'm not in Westworld.
Yeah, but on the positive, though, they're going to deliver me a Honda Accord pretty quick as opposed to humans. So I feel like the robots I can cheer for if I
Well,
can get
are
my
you
stuff
talking
quicker.
about like automatic robots? I'm
I'm talking all robots.
Well, I'm
In
talking
the Westworld.
the Westworld robots.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying there are
Eventually
good
they'll
robots.
just replace us.
There are good robots and bad robots, just like there are good people and bad people.
You know, humans have had a good run. So I'm not saying if we get replaced by robots, we probably had it coming. I mean, to be honest with you, we do some unspeakable acts.
So you're
as a human
cheering
race.
for the Matrix to come true.
I don't know. We do some really horrible acts upon each other. And there's still a lot of good. I'm trying to be Debbie Downer here, but I'm just saying.
Wah, wah.
Just saying. Have you seen the world the last couple years? It's been pretty awful. Just saying. When Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump are your two picks, that's just an awful world we're living in.
Yeah, that's just the United States.
That's
I mean,
just bad luck.
There's been
Maybe you're right. Maybe I do feel more positive.
other corners of the world are worse than we have it.
Okay, moving on. Down the hall. Thanks, Wedding Hangover. I hope we answered your question.
I would be surprised if we did, but we hope we did.
Yes. Just to let you know, the company in Sports Night that Clark Gregg was owner of that bought them was Quo Vadis.
Quo Vadis.
Quo Vadis. So thank you, number one fan Doug, for that answer.
Was he listening to us yet? We haven't
Yes.
even released the episode.
I tweeted him. Moving on.
Besotted Geek said, recast the MCU characters you think are going to bite it in Avengers Infinity War.
So we're recasting.
Who we think we're going
So
to
if
bite?
Captain America dies and they bring him back with time travel or something, who would play him?
All right, and I'm fine. I think Captain America is going to bite it.
Okay.
I would personally recast me,
Okay, I'm going to go John Krasinski
Krasinski.
because he was up for it along with Chris Evans at the time. So I'm going John Krasinski. Who do you think you're going with?
I want unknowns to replace anybody. I don't want anybody that I know who they are.
Oh, man, you guys all suck. Okay, Tony Stark. Who replaces Tony Stark?
Tony Stark. I'll take my brother.
Decided, Geek, I just want to let you know, I'm doing this thing right here.
I'm doing it right. You asked who I wanted.
I'm doing it right, too. Honestly, I don't want somebody who's already been in a bunch of movies because then you already have preconceived notions. Like, Chris Evans was kind of unknown.
Yeah.
I mean, he only had a few small roles, not another teen movie.
A great film.
Being
Torch Boy.
Torch.
I made a picture of you.
That's about it. I mean, what was Hemsworth in before Thor?
Red Dawn.
No, Red Dawn was after Thor.
Yeah.
Oh.
What? There was some. Damn it.
Robert Downey Jr. kind of kickstarted his career back, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
So you didn't have
some
these
would say
preconceived
threesome the movie
notions
would do
of
it.
how they would play
No,
the
people
part or
wouldn't
how
say
they would act it.
No, I'd say Robert Downey Jr. is probably what got him back on track was Tropic Thunder, but this launched him in as a
I actually
superstar.
had somebody for Tony Stark, and you screwed it up. Miles Teller. I think that would be a great role.
Oh, so bring somebody else back from.
That's right. I think, let's see who else. Loki. We'll do two more. Loki.
Who
would you
play
recast?
Loki?
Kevin James?
No.
Blake? Blake is very mischievous.
No, I wouldn't want Blake.
Eddie Murphy.
He's too busy being the dragon in the live-action
Maybe-
Mulan.
Maybe Chris Rock.
Ugh. I'm not a Chris Rock fan.
Dave
What about Dave Chappelle? I'll go Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle.
I like Dave Chappelle.
I'm trying to see.
We're on air, so this is kind of dead air you're doing right
Yeah,
now.
I know, but I'm
Okay,
just
so then
trying to-
moving on.
I'm trying to see. Okay,
Nebula.
we'll see.
Nebula.
Nebula.
Amy
Oh,
Schumer.
No.
Ooh, she could play Loki.
She probably could.
I wouldn't have an issue with that. I'm not a big Amy Schumer fan. We'll get to her in a bit.
No.
Melissa McCarthy could play Nebula. She could just shit in a sink.
Melissa McCarthy could play Nebula.
Oh, that would be awesome. Wait a minute.
She was in Spy.
Wait a
I
minute.
think she could pull off Nebula.
I like Spy. Well, half of it. Wait a minute. You hated Last Jedi, Andrew, but you like the new Ghostbusters.
Oh, losing all
I feel like you might not have good taste in movies. I'm just going out on a
or
limb here.
television shows, apparently.
Hey, the television, I'm with him. Good job on television. Stick with television, Andrew.
No. Why would you bring up Ghostbusters?
Because we were just talking Melissa McCarthy.
That was a fun movie. It was as good as the original. No, but it's still a good movie.
Describe fun.
I consider it as a movie you go and you watch with eat a bunch of popcorn and you walk out and say, I had fun for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Okay.
It's not like it's going to win any Oscars or anything, but it's not a bad movie.
Okay. I've never seen it, so I can
When I
judge.
go in and I'm actually angry I paid money to see it, that's when I'm like...
You did go pay see it,
I
didn't
paid
you?
to see it, yeah.
I have
No.
not seen it.
There was one movie that I did that, and I was really upset. I can't believe I wasted my money.
Oh, yeah, and Chris Hemsworth was in Ghostbusters, so that also connects.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, maybe that's why I liked it, because he was...
His abs. It's Chris Hemsworth coming to the expo, isn't it? Did you get Liam Hemsworth? How about the guy that's in Westworld, the other Hemsworth? Who's listed in the credits in Westworld this week as the other Hemsworth brother. So just to let you know.
the other Hemsworth brother.
Yes.
Oh,
I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, that
Apparently, it must have been Cabin in the Woods, I think, was
Chris Hemsworth?
Chris Hemsworth.
Okay. So there you go. I hope we answered your question. Let's go. Keep going, Jeff.
Going next, Kevin at Cincy Explorer says Starship Troopers. No, Super Troopers 2 has 33% on Rotten Tomatoes. Does this make you more or less concerned when you go to see it?
I'm fine. I still want to see it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect my decision if I want to watch it or not.
No, I think it's probably a movie that's just stupid fun.
Yeah,
and
especially comedy. If it's your cup of tea, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be Rotten Tomatoes or any, majority people. I mean, I'll put it this way: like my favorite funny movie is Clue.
Let us in. Let us in.
Let us in,
Oh,
let us
I
in.
love Clue.
But I mean, that's probably I don't know what it is on Rotten Tomatoes, but I would be surprised if
I'll find
it's
out for
over
you.
50%.
I bet
Especially when it came out.
I think Clue will score higher than you think because it's got a lot of
Yeah.
great actors in
Give me
it.
an over-under, people.
I say Clue scored a 67.
Okay.
I say under. I'll go
Saying
under. I'll go under 50.
Okay. I will get that for
Now,
you.
now the question is, how do they do it? A, would Clue even be on Rotten Tomatoes? Because
It is.
And then B, is it based off of the reports when it first came out, or
I think it's when it first came out. Clue, 59%.
ooh?
But the audience score is 86%.
Well, yeah, the audience score I expected to be bigger.
So, yeah, well, see, here's the thing.
Because when Clue first came out, I don't think I saw a single good review for it.
These ratings are from if there's even there's not many, to be honest with you. There's a lot of them there's some from 2018, 2006, 2003. Basically, whenever they do it.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to say how many reviews from 1985? I think it was 86. When that.
Well, here's a good one. Like this, Coxie Mild Sauce. He's a super reviewer. Dumb game, dumb movie. 3.5 stars.
Out of
I don't know.
5 or 10?
I don't know. I guess out of 4. So, yay.
Speaking of reviews, because you're looking at old reviews, when I was a kid growing up, even up into high school, you would get the paper, and you would look for the movie showtimes in the paper, and a little ad and a little preview of what it was about, and then you would go look at the reviews from the local paper of what they thought about the movie.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of times I based my decision on seeing a movie. Like, you knew, that's what I want to see, but what did the reviewers say?
Oh, I never based my opinion off of the local.
Well, not the local reviewer. That she was not the nicest, but they did used to have other reviews on there.
Yeah.
From all over the country.
Yeah, and then you would wait because the Sunday paper. If you had a Sunday paper, that was even better because then they had the ads in full color usually on the movie page. Where if you got the weekly page, you got like a half a page, and it was just like the movie times. But if you got the Sunday, you got the full art and everything on it, the whole poster art, and
I say I do miss. Yeah, looking at the movie ads in the newspaper. That is something they don't.
I didn't think about that till just now, and I haven't thought about that probably since I was 18 years old.
So we do because we're a history podcast, Andrew. Well, not really.
Well, thank you for a nostalgic flashback.
Roger Ebert, one ending is more than enough. Well, I'm glad you got your ending, Roger. Screw you.
That's because he had to watch the movie 3 times. That's before they put the 3 endings together.
Screw you, Roger. And speaking of Super Troopers, let's get to a recorded review from Tony of Salty Language and Jeannie of Hobie.
Oh, for Super Troopers 2?
That is correct.
All right, let's get that review in.
You just hit the button, and that's all you do.
I just did hit the button. Hi, boys from Hobie.
You just hit the button.
I did.
I pushed a button.
I was asked to fire up Shameless Plug Studios so we could send you a movie review.
We did go see a movie.
So that's what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
Jeannie?
Hey, what movie did we go see, babe?
We went and saw Super Troopers 2.
On 420.
Yes.
And there was no snozberries.
There was no, but he was in the movie.
Yeah.
He was the bus driver.
I know, but there was no snozberries.
Okay, spoiler alert. So how long of a movie review are we doing?
Oh, just one, what did you think of it?
I thought it was funny.
You thought it was funny?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I think I still like the original better.
I like this one better.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. But it was good. I mean, had pretty much all the same people from the previous movie in it.
And the opening scene is hilarious.
Classic. Yeah. And, it does involve Mounties and Canadians, and they make all kinds of Canadian jokes, which I'm a fan of.
Yeah, the best part is when the Canadians make fun of us.
Yes, that too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a boot, pancakes, and all that.
I think they're known for their waffles, right?
Pancakes.
All you're eating is pancakes.
But yeah, it was a funny movie. I highly recommend you go see it because, when Super Troopers first came out, I didn't know what to make of it. Watched it, loved it. And then the next Broken Lizard movie came out.
And it sucked.
And I was like, I think that was Club Dread. I was like, wasn't feeling it. And then they put out another one, which that was the...
Beer Fest.
Was it Beer Fest or was it Beer League? Because there was 2 movies that came out at the same time that are beer related.
Yeah, it's Beer Fest.
One was pretty funny, one was garbage.
Beer Fest.
Okay, so that one wasn't great either.
But it wasn't horrible.
It wasn't as bad as Club Dread.
No, Club Dread sucked.
Yeah.
But Super Troopers is a cult classic.
Yes.
It was on heavy rotation in our household for a while.
Yes.
And probably could still quote it, though we haven't seen it in years.
I would agree with that.
because kids.
Yeah, for sure.
But
But,
really enjoyed Super Troopers 2. I'm trying to keep this as spoil-free as possible, eh?
Yeah, that's right. So, good cameos.
Yep.
There's a lot of pop-ins. I wouldn't say A-listers per se, but
Just for the movie.
yeah,
Like
decent level celebrities popped in.
if you didn't see the first movie, it's still hilarious.
Yeah,
If you did know the first movie, you're like, oh my god,
and
that's that one guy.
and it's not like a Marvel post-credit sequence, but definitely sticks through the credits because there's a scene you have to see, and apparently as we were leaving, they started showing outtakes, which are always entertaining to me.
Yeah, but it was cold.
Yeah, and it was time to go anyway, so it's fine.
I have to work tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Stupid work.
But at risk of taking up their whole show, I think we should wrap this up because we're over the 3-minute mark already.
All right, well, what do you give Super Troopers on a... What is you're not a Cheatham Tanning scale anymore?
I don't know what we were calling it.
The Bob Ross scale. No, it was the Guy Fieri scale.
We had that was for the videos. We had shirtless Kylo Ren for a while, but I think we might go single Channing Tatum now since him and his lady broke up.
No, that's dumb.
No, so shirtless Kylo Ren.
No.
No.
I would just rather have a different scale.
Well, then come up with a scale.
How many dicks in a box would you give this? I was thinking about the popcorn.
There was no dicks in popcorn. At least not in our row.
But that's where my head went. Do something else. That's a dumb thing.
Okay, I guess I'll give it 4.5 dicks in a popcorn box.
Out of 10?
No, out of 5.
Oh.
We do it out of 5, whatever scale on our show.
Well, I think they do it out of 12 or 13.
That's a weird number.
You'll have to ask them why.
Okay, so I'll give it 8.5 out of 13 dicks in a box. Of various colors and sizes.
Because you don't want to be rude and exclude anybody.
Exactly. It's like one of those edible baskets.
I was thinking
dicks.
a cornucopia.
I was thinking because they have like all the candy bars on sticks and stuff.
Well, no, they have fruit on sticks.
No, they have candy bar ones too.
Oh,
it's for the diabetics.
Dumb. Well, you'll be a diabetic if you eat a bunch of candy bars on sticks.
Uh-huh.
Are they deep fried?
No, they're still in a wrapper. You've never seen this.
No, this sounds ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. It shouldn't exist. It's like, here, I'm gifting you with pancreatic problems.
Pancreatic. Oh, you make me so happy.
It's true, though.
Yeah. All right. Well, I will give this because I don't even like my own scale.
Okay.
I will give it 4 thumbs up.
Out of 13?
Out of 13. Out of 5.
I thought we were doing a 13 scale. That's why I went 8.5.
Well, that's dumb.
Oh, my God. All right, so this is Tony from Salty Language signing off, saltylanguage.com for all your salty language needs.
And I'm Jeannie.
From
Michigan?
Hobie.
Oh, no.
I mean, you're going to be on Hobie if this. This is seriously going to be we're going to make it a 6-minute segment.
Okay, guys.
Just because.
It's nice seeing you. When am I going to be back on? Okay, now, bye-bye.
That's not 6 minutes yet. You're going to be back on whenever they invite you on.
No, I invite myself on.
That's true. You do kind of charge and invite yourself.
I kind of like their first review of the penises. I think that would be a better way to review the system. I like that.
Yes. And Jeannie, whenever you invite yourself on.
We'll be here.
Just not this week because we're doing it a different night. So.
Or next week. Probably the following week. Maybe not the following week. But anyways, one of those weeks we got somebody. But yes, Jeannie of Hobie, thank you for the Toledo collection. We appreciate it. We love that you do that great work up there at Toledo. Same with Tony. Good job, Tony of Salty Language. Make sure you follow them at Salty Language Podcast. And they didn't like Beer Fest, though. I'm a little disappointed in that.
I wasn't
like
a big
Beer
fan of Beer Fest.
Really? I thought you did.
It was all right, but it had moments, but it also had bad moments.
When Jay, the one guy in charge, he's a hooker on the street, I thought that was funny.
Like I said, it had some funny moments, but overall, I thought it lacked a
It was
little.
better than Club Dread.
Club Dread was terrible.
How about Slam and Salmon?
I like the Slam and Salmon.
I have to see that again. I was kind of disappointed in it, but I may have to see it again overall. And that also has Colby Smulders in it, who will be at the expo this year. She was in Slam and Salmon. Jeff's going to get his DVD signed of it.
Jim
is. Sorry,
Jim's
Jim's
getting
going to
his
get
DVD
Slam
of
and Salmon.
Slam and Salmon.
So you're getting the Old Adventures of Christine or whatever.
Yeah.
Signed
New
by
Adventures-
Clark Gregg.
that looks
He's
good.
getting Slam and Salmon. I'm going to get...
Although that would require going out and buying a DVD.
No. I'm going to get Sports Night signed by Clark Gregg. So we're all in good shape here. I like it. Now, what else we got?
Continuing on with our... where do we go? Here we go. Super Troopers 2. We got Kevin at Cincy Explorer. Saw Super Troopers 2. For entertainment value and as a fan of the original, I give it 1.5 thumbs up out of 2. As a movie, 0.5 thumbs up. Overall, as a film, 1 thumb up. Only spend the money if you enjoyed the original. Some old and new laughs.
There you go.
So if you liked the first one, you'll probably like the second one. That's what I get out of Kevin's review.
Okay.
Moving on to Doctor Number 1.
Doctor.
Nick Cage wants to play Doctor Doom or Joker. Pick which one.
Andrew, you get to pick. Nicolas Cage plays one of them. Gun to your head. Which one do you pick?
Oh my goodness.
Easy pick.
Who?
Doctor Doom, since they already fucked up Fantastic Four
2 times?
3 times already.
Yeah.
Why not throw another one that it will make the Josh Trank movie look better in comparison.
True.
That's my only reason.
I will have him play Doctor Doom if Corman is directing.
Roger Corman?
Yes. If he does that, I'm good. I'm good
I
with
can't
it.
see him playing either of these.
Well,
can't really see-
Maybe the Joker more than Doctor Doom. Nicolas Cage is a huge fan of the comic book genre.
He is.
Yeah, and it's just he's just dying to be in in
Oh, he
in
really
one of
wants-
these universes.
He really
so
wants to
bad.
be relevant in it, but he's a terrible actor.
And how was he Ghost Rider? That was
Terribly.
a horrible casting choice.
2 movies.
Yes, 2 of them. Idris Elba was in the second one. Poor Elba.
He's been in a lot of comic book related movies.
I had to pull that
He
one
could
out.
maybe
the
be-
Cellar.
Namor.
Idris Elba?
No,
That I would pay for.
I think Idris
Cage.
Elba would make a great Heimdall.
Nah, I don't
No,
think
you
they're
don't
wasting him in that role. They're wasting him in that role.
Well, they kind of are, but
Nicolas Cage as Namor. Okay, I'm intrigued by this now. I kind of want to see that.
Beef him up. You know.
No. Leave him doughy like he is now. I think that would be perfect.
Nick Cage as Namor in a amalgam comic version where he fights Aquaman.
No.
So we get
Who really is the king of the sea?
yeah. Well, they're both King of the Sea in their respective universes.
That's stupid. They're king of the sea. Or are they tuna? Come on.
That's Chicken of the Sea.
Whatever. Whatever. Fucking Namor. Talk about a horrible character. Oh, I got fins. Okay, so did Kevin Costner in Waterworld.
Hey, he was the first mutant in the Marvel cinematic in the Marvel comic universe.
Kevin Costner?
No, Namor.
Oh. Let's do some news of the geek.
It's time for another installment of the news of the geek.
So, we're going to start this off. We weren't going to do this article this week because it just makes me so angry. It's like flames on the side of my face.
Burning, heaving breath.
And friend of the show, Jason C. Brown, go see his imaginary friends if it's coming to a movie contest near you, movie film festival.
Contest.
Sorry,
a
film
movie
festival.
contest near you.
Film festival near you, imaginary friends, go see it, Jason C. Brown. Anyways, yes, so James Cameron says that he's hoping superhero fatigue sets in a new interview, saying he hopes Hollywood would find some non-Avengers stories to tell. Cameron spoke with the press promoting his new AMC series, James Cameron's Story of Science Fiction, because you got to put your name up there, you fucking ego asshole. Who's it by, Jeff?
IndieWire?
And who runs IndieWire?
Oh, is that the one?
Yui
by,
Bull,
Yui
baby.
Bull? Oh.
Yui Bull. We did an article a couple weeks ago. Yui Bull owns IndieWire. Did you know that, Andrew?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I still find that hard to believe.
Well, I'm sure he owns a stake in it.
Until
Anyway,
proven wrong.
yes, we're right
right.
until proven wrong. I'm hoping we'll start getting a quote. I'm hoping we'll start getting Avenger fatigue here pretty soon. Not that I don't love the movies. It's
Liar.
just come on, guys. There are other stories to tell besides hypergonadal males.
Go noddle.
Thank you. Without families doing death-defying things for 2 hours and wrecking cities in the process. It's like, oi, you wrecked a fucking planet in Avatar, you jackass.
It's like,
Don't even
oi.
get me started on this shit.
It's like, oi.
Yeah, he says oi. Another reason to hate this fucker. Just to let you know.
You
James,
don't hate him.
I dislike.
You don't hate him. You're just annoyed by him right now because he keeps making these comments about the Avengers and the superhero movies, and it just pisses you off because it makes me mad. I like James Cameron as a director, and he's made some great stuff. You just gotta shut the fuck up. What?
Name one.
Terminator.
Terminator 2, T2.
Okay, I'll give you that.
That movie when
Jeff
it came
doesn't
out,
like that one.
that was groundbreaking.
I'll give you Terminator 1.
Did he do Aliens?
He did Aliens.
Okay, well, maybe I do like his earlier stuff. I'm still waiting for Titanic 2. I'm waiting for that. Bring it back.
Well, you know.
Well,
But the thing about the Avatar, when I first saw it, like it was a great movie. Everybody remember how people went nuts for Avatar?
Yes.
But has anybody talked about Avatar since Avatar? Since the year after it?
unfortunately, we talk about it way too much.
We do talk about how
Maybe you
bad it
guys
is.
did, but nobody. Like I don't even have the movie in my collection. You know, I don't have a digital copy of it, and it keeps talking about these damn sequels. The Avatar, it's gonna make like 6 sequels and blah 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 blah. And guess what? We don't have an Avatar sequel. When did it come out? 10 fucking years ago.
Yes.
Oh God, it has been that long.
2009?
Where's this Avatar sequel he's been working on?
He said 2020. 2020.
No, it wasn't originally 2020.
No, it wasn't
originally it
It
wasn't.
was 2016.
Well, he's playing like 6 of them. So
Yes.
when's it gonna be like? He'll be like what 150 by the time the 6th one comes out.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. He keeps pushing them back. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about Avatar Land and Disney. Okay? Number one fan does
I
not
get
care.
it. I saw that when Disney announced Avatar Land. I said, of all the properties you own that you could think of, fucking Avatar.
Well, you know, it was either that or, well, anything they could have done.
Yeah, I think like when it was like big and breaking all the box office records, they like, oh, we got to get them, and then they realized 2 years later, it's like, oh, it doesn't have feet or legs. It's not staying around.
Is anybody talking about Avatar Land at Disney? Is it?
We do because we love mocking it.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't been to Disney since Star Wars Celebration, so I don't know what it's like.
Doug likes to defend it, but I think he's finding it very hard to defend it.
He did say the Flight of Fear or whatever it is, the Flight of the Conchords ride of Avatar, whatever. He said that one is impressive. And I looked at it on YouTube, and that does look impressive. Like when you're on the little dragonfly things.
Well, they only had what, like 2 rides?
There's
in
only
it?
2 rides. Everything else is just walking. Look.
How can you spend $1 billion? I don't know what it is. $100 million on this whole land property and build 2 rides? That drives me crazy. It's like taking a fourth of your park and just sticking 2 rides in it.
Yep, pretty much. The good news is Disney's got space in Florida, so they can stick it somewhere, and they're only covering up swampland.
I went to the
Dengue fever.
And speaking of Disney, I went to the after show they have there on. This is where I get opinionated, I guess. So I went to their after show that they had at Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. That was the lamest freaking water show I've ever seen.
Did you get to pet anything?
No, it's like the evening show.
Yeah.
It's just lights shooting on water, and it's very repetitive.
Ugh.
It was the most boring thing.
Is it worse than a parade? Because they're pretty awful.
Of all the evening after, I guess, closing of the park shows, it was by far the worst.
I think you'll change your mind once you see Avatar Land. I think that's going to change your mind.
I don't think so.
So, anyways, he goes on to say, oh, yeah, and so I want Avengers fatigue. I'm fatigued out. You know what? Everybody's have Avatar fatigued, especially when you're trying to make 6 of them. No one
How about
cares.
we make 2, and then we find out if we want more
I
than
think
that.
they're going to be. We talked about this many times. It's going to be one of the top money makers to one of the worst money makers in terms of money.
Yeah.
In terms of
Yeah,
sequels.
as far as how much money it will.
Unless the trailer is amazing, then everybody will show
No,
up.
I don't think anybody will.
You really don't think so?
I think it's so far away that nobody
Do you
cares.
think maybe he pushed off Avatar because he knows it can't compete with the superhero movies, so that's why he pushed it off, hoping for the fatigue to set in? That's what he's talking about. Like, start getting it into people's minds, like thinking of superhero fatigue because I want to release my movie.
That very well could be.
Because think about it, the calendar's so full these days of
Yeah.
superhero blockbusters after blockbuster after blockbuster that he's trying to hope that, if he's going to release this big movie, he wants to be big, right? You can't have all this competition.
So here's the best part.
And now that also a Star Wars movie every year is probably going to
If he was smart, he should have done that Han Solo release. Then nobody's seen that. No, I'm just kidding. If people are seeing it, they're just going to be disappointed, I think.
Speaking of which, you guys are going to see the Millennium Falcon this weekend in Cincinnati?
Is it in Cincinnati?
Yeah, it's actually it's only going to 5 cities, and it's going to be in Cincinnati.
For how long?
3 days.
Good. We're out of town this weekend.
Yeah, we're gone.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's
We timed that right.
So no, we're not.
I guess
going?
it's the. I'm going to try to. You got to get tickets for it.
Ugh.
It's like the on-set prop or whatever.
Is there going to be more people? A lot of people there? Then I'm out. I can't handle people. I can't handle
hate
crowds. I can't do it. So here's James.
Yeah,
Cameron.
you like gatherings.
Yeah, I do love gatherings, actually. He said this about the Avatar sequel. You ready? Here we go, James. No, I love his ego. It's so little. He doesn't have much fun. So it's The Godfather. Obviously, way to go in low there for expectations there, jackass. Obviously, a very different genre and a very different story. But I got intrigued by that idea, so that's really what it is. It's a generational family saga, very different than the first film, so it might be better. Now it's the same type of settings and the same sort of respect for that shock of the new. So basically, it's the same movie. You just contradict it yourself. Fuck this. Anyway, so Cameron said, he also is planning on doing the upcoming Terminator reboot, which will be be a direct sequel to T2 Judgment Day.
I thought that's what Terminator 3.
They're ignoring that. It's like the Halloween movies. They're just going to cut out some of them. We were looking at it differently than when I wrote the first story in 82. Well, I hope so. That was just a classic sort of technology bad, smart computers bad kind of thing. It's going to be a much more nuanced perspective, I think. And hopefully we'll show that smart computers are bad, but is the new motif.
So you're saying Westworld?
I don't know.
You're trying to show us what Westworld probably did a better job.
For someone that wants something original, he sure is making a lot of sequels here. That's all I'm saying.
And reboots. And a rebooted sequel.
Just announced that James Cameron will be in Cincinnati for the expo. No, just kidding. Well, Andrew just got a text during the podcast that it was canceled now. We got Jason C. Brown coming instead.
Get him.
Get him.
To come into town during the weekend. Yeah.
Just to let you know real quick, we're on Tangent Bound Network, Danger Entertainment Network, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio until they go bankrupt and are no longer in existence. We took them down. TuneIn Radio. We're on Amazon. Fire TV, too, if you look for us. We're in one of the radio things.
Yay.
And everything else. So, nerdly.co.uk. Good day, Governor.
Hello, cheeky cunt. Oh, wait, no, that was the wrong one to go with.
My Game On review will be out probably next week. So, just to let you know, my son and I review board games. And it's on nerdly.co.uk.
Sneak preview of what game this time?
We're actually going Pengloo. I can never say it. Pengaloo. I'm actually using my daughter is 4, and she's actually going to help me this week. So you got little penguins, and it's like tic-tac. You got to find a matching game. Like you roll dice, like it's red, orange, green, and they're hiding under penguins. And you got to find them, and you put them on your board. You got to get 6 of them. But if you roll another color that you just picked, somebody else can steal yours.
Ooh.
So it's a fun game. It's from Blue Orange, I think, games. So anyways, moving on. Also, Geek Life Radio, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, every Friday. And WeBeGeeksPC.com. And we're sponsored by the Comic Expo. Anyways, let's see. Per comicbookmovie.com. There are now only a handful of characters we're waiting for Marvel Studios to bring to the big screen. Lies. We got a whole list of them coming up.
Yeah, only a handful.
But another
How
one
big are they? They're Doug's hands full. Is that
Ape hands. Nova is one that keeps popping up. I don't know in whose list, but somebody's list.
Somebody likes Nova.
The cosmic superhero could easily hold his own in a solo movie. Nope. Or a Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, but seeing as James Gunn does not appear to be a fan of the character, thank God, James Gunn, it doesn't look like he's in Volume 3. So Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, is that his name?
Feige?
Whatever. Until he comes on, I can't pronounce it right. Was recently asked about the chances of Nova coming to the big screen. He confirmed that's a character they're well aware of and has immediate potential.
We're aware of him. We've been writing them for 30, 40 years, however long Nova's
Do you know
been
about
around.
Fantastic Four? We're aware of them? Maybe? Who are they? If we had a big board with a bunch of characters, which you do, that have immediate potential, Nova is on the board, he said, much to the delight of fans. Because of the connection to the Guardians universe, because there are more than one examples to pull from the comics that are interesting. And you're absolutely right. He was in the earliest drafts of the original Guardians. Ooh. He would not elaborate what's happening with the character beyond that, but did say that Marvel was waiting for Infinity War to be released before settling on what comes next. It's all going to be space, isn't it?
I hope not.
I think it's going to be a lot of space.
Space is fun for one branch of the thing, but to be centered in space. I never liked even the book when X-Men or Avengers went into space. Those storylines.
What about Dark Phoenix? The Dark Phoenix saga. They went to space at the end.
Yeah, really space came to them. I mean, they went not to the moon. The moon is close enough. to
Westworld's on the moon, so you might as well put that there too.
It's like when they there were some X-Men lines where they went like far deep into Shi'ar space and stuff like that. But
let's see here, and then that's about it. He said they're still trying to figure it out. It's a very unique embarrassment of riches right now because there are so many of the characters that audiences are clamoring for to see more of. The question is, how do we show them all? That's right. And we just want to beat Avatar 2's ass at the box office is what he said, too. He also said, screw you, James Cameron. I cannot quote that, but I heard that was what he said after the interview.
Allegedly said those last two?
Yes.
Yeah.
So there you go. Andrew, do you have a guest announcement?
Oh.
Would you like to announce it? This episode does not go out until Tuesday at midnight, so technically Wednesday morning.
Yeah, so I could do it now. I could.
Okay.
So
put it on tomorrow. Do it now.
So this week we have Cobra Kai's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So last year we had
Ralph Macchio.
So this year we should have
Billy Zabka.
Yes, that's right.
They're going to say Billy Zane, but really, I like that.
The real Karate Kid.
The real Karate
I think
Kid.
he's going to be the main star of the new one, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
That's his story.
That is a nice one. I like that.
From my interaction with his agent has been that he's very, very, very engaging with his fans. So I think anybody who goes up to him is going to have a very good experience.
I like it. I like that one. So you have Kobe Smulders, Clark Gregg.
Mm-hmm.
You got Carl Urban.
Uh-huh.
They'll all be at the Hobie booth, just to let you guys know.
Stop by, and hopefully they'll be there when you stop by. If not, keep coming
But you
back.
have a lot of good artists, too, and we've been promoting that on our website or our Facebook page, too. That you got a lot of artists coming to the expo as well, so that's nice.
Yeah, we're dropping some good names next week.
So there you go.
All right, next week some comic artists.
I like your
up.
"Oh yeah" artist just because I love saying "Oh yeah" comics.
Oh yeah.
So
and that's how you say it. You don't go "Oh yeah."
I'm not the Kool-Aid man.
You should be.
I picture the Kool-Aid man running out.
Oh no, I didn't do it right. I haven't done many impressions this week.
Yeah, and the one you did of Blake was terrible.
Terrible. I can do Bill Cosby. Put it. I wear goofy sweaters.
Oh God, I couldn't believe the Twitter response to your Bill Cosby impersonation.
So I did Bill Cosby impression. No, I didn't do it, but I did the impression Bill Cosby last week. And it went over like hotcakes. I'll be honest, like that. It was like
you mean they're so hot that people drop them and fall to the floor because that's about how
we're not Waffle House. So yes,
I like Waffle House.
So yes, I did some Bill Cosby last week. A lot of people loved it.
By a lot, you mean
people
one
hated
person
it.
defended you, and that was probably me.
But you did impression.
Would you like to hear my Bill Cosby? I'll do it.
Yeah, and I'll be brutally honest if I think it's Bill Cosby.
Okay, good.
You put the pills in the pudding and go to sleep.
That doesn't sound like Bill Cosby.
I got my Kevin Spacey. How you doing, guys? How you
That
doing?
doesn't sound like Kevin
I got lots of boys in the basement. Don't tell anyone.
I would stick to podcasting.
Just
be your own
What about
voice.
Harvey Weinstein? Oh, you got a plant I can pee in? No, go away! Oh, can I do something else to that plant? And the reason is because nobody knows what his voice is outside of Hollywood, so there you go.
Yeah, Andrew, thanks for bringing that back up.
guys.
He kind of did a 5-minute conversation amongst Bill Cosby,
Harvey
Kevin Spacey,
Weinstein.
and Harvey Weinstein.
Are you serious?
By himself.
By myself, yeah.
5 minutes might be a stretch, but it went on way too long.
My impressions might be a stretch, to be honest with you. I can be Remy LaCroix, too. Oh, I am Remy LaCroix. Put a bagel around me.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, this is a good one because the Gambit character, his name is Remy LeBeau, and he's Cajun, and Blake is a fan of the adult film star Remy LaCroix. Jason makes Remy LaCroix a terrible Cajun accent.
Some people just want to watch the wood burn. Okay, moving on. Let's get a promo from the Wedding Photo Hangover, September 14th through 16th for the Cincinnati Comic Expo. Buy your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. It's at the Duke Energy Convention Center. Hobie will be there. Carl Urban. Lots of other very famous people.
Colby Smulders.
There you go. Clark Gregg. There you go.
Jamie Lannister.
Oh, winter is coming. Winter
Are you
is
like
coming.
Jason? You can't pronounce his real name, so you just call him Jamie Lannister?
Oh, yeah, comics is there.
Oh, yeah, comics.
I'll be honest, I think you did
Nikolai
better, Jeff.
Coster-Waldau?
Is he from Oh Yeah Comics?
No,
Oh, okay.
Jamie Lannister.
LeVar Burton.
Oh, LeVar Burton. That's right. I forgot about
Did
that.
I miss that one?
No, apparently you must have.
If not, he just released another one. Wait, well done, Andrew.
No, now he's been on there for a while.
Oh, my.
Couple months.
Take a look. It's in a book. The Reading Rainbow. I can fly
anything. It's in a book. Just take a look. It's Reading Rainbow.
So I need to run out and get the Community box set and get LeVar Burton to sign that, huh?
I don't know what Community is.
Yeah, it's
Was it on the Yahoo Network?
it was for one season.
How do you get to the Yahoo Network?
You Google Community on Yahoo and let them take you to it.
I don't know why Yahoo lost $200 million on that network. I feel like they're coming up. I feel like I would buy their stock. I have to admit, I love our listeners. So I'm live tweeting during our podcast because I do that a lot. Sometimes I even do live video on Twitter, Bad Ideas Podcast. And so I put out there it's impression time, and the listeners do not fail. They start sending my greatest hits pictures.
Yeah, you're getting gifts of.
Harvey Weinstein just went in.
Oh.
Kevin Spacey, Bill Cosby.
They know what you're doing.
They don't know Michael Caine was in there, though.
Oh, no one sent to Michael
No,
Caine? Oh.
but they did write one, and they asked for this one because I think they missed it.
I don't think they asked. They were just guessing.
I'm a turtle and a piece of shit, and I'm in Congress.
Go down the hall.
I'm Mitch McConnell. I would go down the hall, but I have adult diapers on, so I don't need to. I'm Mitch McConnell. My neck is longer than my face. Yes, it is. I'm Mitch.
Thank you, listeners. That is because of you we got to hear that.
Hey, guys, can I come in?
No.
Okay.
All right, so the music before Jason, I can't even speak
Butchered?
anymore. But yeah, top 5.
Do you need help? I'm Mitch.
All right, top 5.
Okay, what's our top 5 this week?
I don't know.
You suck. Top 5 this week is most wanted comic book movies that have not been made yet. You could do characters or movies. I don't know. But
we are revisiting.
Yeah, we did this a while back. Since Blake wasn't here this week, he likes comic book movies, but top 5s we usually kind of do a general one that we can all get into. I don't know why, because we all do different ones usually.
He likes comic movies, but hates comic books.
Yes. So we did this a while back. Jeff said it earlier. Black Panther was number 1 for me back in the day. I think this was like in our teens, like not us in our teens, but the episodes in teens. So go take a look. It's in a book. So our top 5 this week is most wanted comic book movies. Andrew, do you have any?
Yeah.
Come on up here. Get closer. Let's see. What
Do you have
is-
5?
Do you have 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No.
I might. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Well, then we'll
Are
start.
you doing your Blake impression? Because I feel like you nailed it. I feel like you did pretty good with it. I did top 5 favorite robots. Yeah, that's fine too, Blake. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. I'm going to throw this out there. You ready?
Yes.
Metal Man.
Oh.
I think that would be a very visually fun movie.
I forgot all about. You're right. That would work. I kind of like the Metal Men. Well, now I'm thinking of changing my list. No.
Oh, no, I think I changed my list like 10 times. I just said, fuck it, I'm going back to my originals because we got a lot of good listener responses on this one today. Okay. Metal Men would be interesting. Could you do that as a movie or a TV series? I think either would work.
I think
No, I want it as a movie because if you do a TV series, they're not going to give the full dedication to CGI that it needs.
Okay. I'll give you that. Was it a comedy? Metal Man?
Kind of both.
it had comedic aspects to it.
It's like any old comic.
Jeff, what's your number 4? Or number 5, whatever we're on.
My number 5, I think I want to go with Sex Criminals.
I heard a lot about this.
I've never actually read the book, so I can't say, but I'm intrigued enough to see a movie under the premise of where this couple, apparently whenever they orgasm, they found out that they stopped time, and they decided to use their powers for evil. And knowing that much, that's all I really know about it. I'm intrigued enough to want to see a movie about it.
So I thought this was written by him, but I just want to make sure. Make sure when you Google sex criminals, make sure it's a clear Google history because there's a lot of bad things that could come up with that. Just to let you know, the comic book is by Matt Fraction, who wrote the Hawkeye series when they brought him back a couple years ago.
Yes.
Amazing series.
And, oh crap, I'm trying to remember who the
Chip
artist-
Zdarsky.
thank
Another
you.
great artist. So yeah, published in September 2013. So I remember the visual. I remember the cover for it. If you remember the first issue, you remember that one? The pink with the woman lying on it and where her nether regions are. It's a book.
Nether region.
So that's a good one though. Let's see here. My number 5. This might be a little goofy, but I like it. Thunderball, Wrecker, Bulldozer, and Piledriver. The Wrecking Crew. I love those guys. If you do it right.
If you do it right, that sounds more like a
Netflix comedy?
Yeah, like a 6-episode run on Netflix.
That could work,
maybe,
too.
But
Well, I'm kind of blurring the lines here.
yeah, okay, that's fine.
Movies, TV shows. There you go. I like the Wrecking Crew. I think they're fun. I think they could do it. They were just in the Spider-Man series, which is really good. Have you watched the Spider-Man series on Disney XD?
No.
We got like 10 in the DVR, but they are really good. It's really fun and well done. Probably the last, I think it's 3rd season they're on. So yeah, it's been a very well done show.
Okay.
Number 4. This is more, I don't want him in his own movie, but I want him to be a villain in a movie. Arcade.
Oh wow.
I think Arcade,
Like Saw type of movie?
yes. And I think you could make it work. Kind of cut down on the goofiness, but make him just sadistic as all hell. Because he is, at the end of the day. And you could make, like, get some asshole in Hollywood, like, you know, a guy that could play a good asshole in Hollywood to play this character. Basically, he put the X-Men a lot of the times into, like, a giant pinball machine, you know, just different games that are sadistic. And it's a very Saw-like thing. That's a good version, what do you call it? Anyways, comments.
Maybe he's going to be the villain in X
Infinity War.
Force. No,
In Infinity Wars, is that Thanos? Is actually, he takes off his mask like Scooby-Doo. It's Arcade.
I was thinking New Mutants because that was a horror movie.
Yeah, they
thing
pushed
or
that
something.
back. I'm wondering what
Yeah,
they're
they're
going
doing
to.
reshoots now.
Oh,
I heard
yeah.
that they're going to go pure horror now.
That's what I heard.
Okay, I'm
Which-
fine with that.
I kind of like
Do you,
more of a humor horror than pure horror.
so do you make that into the X-Men universe, though? How do you put that in there?
it could be part of it.
I mean,
mean-
do they eventually, like in the second or third one, team up with Deadpool or something? I mean, that's a tough to go from that genre to the X-Men universe. So yeah, I like Arcade. I don't like it. I think the character could do really well if you did like not a huge movie, but like a small little one.
yeah.
Jeff, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is a privately produced comic book, the Uniques by Comfort Love and Adam Withers.
Mm-hmm. You do like this one.
I do like this one. I know I've just discussed that in the past or whatever, and it's one that I think it's their take on a ragtag group of people with their powers or whatever coming together, and they're unique, and so I would like to see that possibly
like the
get
name.
some sort of treatment.
I like ragtag. I like that word. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
What you got, Andrew?
These are all like 1 through 4. It doesn't really matter to me. But if I got to pick one up right now off my list, I would like to see a really moody almost 70s horror or 1950s horror, but I want it to be for House of Mystery or House of Secrets with Cain and Abel.
Ooh, that's different.
You know, just a very moody, very, you know, when I picture that, I picture the Wrightson covers, the Neil Adams covers, and I'd like to see them somehow turn that into a story.
Okay. I'm down with that.
You down with OPP?
I am down with OPP. What else you got?
My
Number 3.
next would be The Goon.
I'm sorry, what was that?
The Goon.
Oh, the Goon. I thought you said Lagoon, like Blue Lagoon. I'm like, I think they made a movie of it.
Do I know
No, The Goon. I can't. I'm still shocked.
Like
I had
from Popeye?
No.
Eric Powell, The Goon.
So, who was the guy in Sideways? Not the Thomas guy, but the other guy, Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
He tried to get funding for that. And they did if you look online, they did a...
Yeah, it got like, what, $250,000 or something?
Yeah, and they did like a cartoon sketch of like what it was about, like how they were going to film it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know, I never heard anything else about it, so I don't know if it fell through or not, but like they were all excited about it.
Yeah.
And I heard nothing but good things about the TV or the book, but I've never read it. Because they still make that one, or is that gone?
No, he ended it.
He did end it?
Yeah,
Okay.
So.
Jeff, what's your number 3?
My number 3 is The Wonder Twins.
Stop it.
I would honestly love to see them make like superhero spoof movie, kind of like an Airplane, where they take it completely serious. You know, starring the Wonder Twins because they're terrible, and kind of like, you know, have the humor going on around them, but they're like completely deadpan serious.
Do we need to bring back Activate for you to get this fixed?
Nope.
Okay. Form of Water Beast? You're not even trying.
I'd love to see a TV show like the 66 Batman again.
That would be
Of
fun.
the Wonder Twins?
No, just like
Wonder
Wonder
Twins.
66. It doesn't have to be Batman. It could be any of the superheroes that are out there. Just very fun and engaging for kids. You know,
Apache
live,
Chief?
yeah, live action and just having fun.
Apache Chief? Canuck Cuck?
And Neck Chuck.
Whatever. Best part he ever did was when Peter Griffin put the satellite dish. I need you to get tall. Let's see. Number 3 for me. I'm not a fan of the character. I think you could do a lot. I respect the depth of it, and I believe that you could do a really good show on it. It wouldn't for me, but I think it would do well. Swamp Thing.
Nope, he was on my list too.
Was he?
Yeah.
But on board. I think you could make a really good dark show about him. So I'm going with Swamp Thing.
Didn't they already do one?
That was movies.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought the thing was
Okay,
movies
fine.
that have never been done. That's
Okay,
why
that's true. They did. Okay.
Yeah.
Man Thing.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's face it.
How about Man Thing? Let's do Man Thing.
Man Thing, Swamp Thing. But the thing is that there's never been a good movie.
A good one. I agree.
A good budget.
That was my bad. I forgot about the bad Swamp Thing movies. Those were so bad. Let's see here. My number 2. I think this could be done really well. She-Hulk. I think you could do She-Hulk really well done. You don't need to make her an attorney wearing, you know, she's green and is an attorney. You could do that.
Why wouldn't you?
But just she is smarter than Hulk. You know, she kept her, you know, because she got a blood transfusion from Banner.
Yeah.
So she does keep, you know, her intelligence and all that. She's a great character. I think you could do a really well done job with her.
That sounds something like a Netflix Marvel thing.
Yeah,
to
I could
me.
see that. I could see that.
Where, yeah, she would be in like this. Because she is still based out of New York, too. So she could mix
She could
in
join-
with that and join.
Unfortunately, Disney said you're not getting any more of our characters because we're taking them to our streaming service.
Yeah.
You can keep the
I know.
Defenders. Have a good day. I feel bad for the Defenders.
Now, if you can keep the Defenders and she was once a Defender, does that mean you have the rights to She-Hulk?
No, I don't think so. I think they made a deal. I think they got Punisher is going to be the last new series that you're going to get, like new character series you're going to get.
I'm disappointed with that. Maybe if they could strike up a deal that after so many years that, you know, the Disney one can show it. But I hate when they're what they're doing is pretty much crippling creativity instead of helping it along.
So that's my number 2. What's your number 2, Jeff?
My number 2 is Vox Machina. It's a new comic book that just came out based off of the Critical Role Dungeons and Dragons show.
Okay.
Where the cosplayers or whatever, or in their little Dungeons and Dragons world, they started making comics out of it. So they got, like, I think the 6th and last one of the first arc, the introductory arc, came out. And I'd like to see them go ahead and movie-fy or TV-fy that.
Okay. I'm going yes.
Yeah, 'cause, you won't enjoy it because you're not a big fan of fantasy anyway.
Oh, I like fantasy.
Not in that realm.
I like fantasy too. Hey, what about me?
It's like you refused to continue watching Lord of the Rings.
I saw them.
You refused to watch any Game of Thrones. You did not see the third Lord of the Rings.
No, I didn't.
I don't even know if you
How can
even
you not see the third Lord?
because he
Second one was on fast forward. I was bored. We're still traveling, still walking.
Yeah, I've known him for
It's a gripping tale.
almost
years.
20 years now, and I still
out.
don't get that.
That's even
Let
more
me see if you
depressing.
like any fantasy movies. You ever seen The Last Unicorn?
Oh, God, you talked about this last time. No one cares about Last Unicorn. I know you got it on Laserdisc. Let it die. No one likes that show.
Jeez, old pig. It wasn't a show, it was a movie.
Do you like Cruel, too, or whatever that was?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
does it?
Legend? How about Legend?
Conan?
So,
Oh, Jesus.
Red Sonja?
Oh, God.
Have an imagination.
Oh, I have an imagination. I'm out there, Jerry, and I'm living it. Loving every minute of it. What's your number 2, Andrew? Man thing, swamp thing?
I would go with Sergeant Rock.
I never thought about that one. My God, I forgot about that. That's old school. That's old school. It would be better than G.I. Joe movies.
I want like Tom Hanks to make it.
Oh, they want Tom Hanks as Sergeant Rock.
No, I want Tom Hanks to make a Sergeant Rock movie.
Ooh, straight serious?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. I always remember like having the old comics and reading them, like from the 70s, and then I would always see the ads for like Sergeant Rock, figure or toys, or he was always the guy they showed for like subscription services, like subscribe to Sergeant Rock. I don't know.
Who did?
What was your number 1?
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt here. You're talking about watching the little things. I'm like, I want to see the Charles Atlas Beachbody comic come to the
With the
screen.
skinny guy?
Yeah, and then he learns dynamic whatever.
Yeah, and he's kicking sand.
I want to see him make that a movie.
I want to see the Sea Monkeys. Remember
Oh,
that?
are you serious? I was getting ready to say that for my number 1.
Sea Monkeys?
I'm being dead serious. I'm trying to think of something off the wall. And you brought I was like, what would make you think of sea monkeys?
Because I remember the comics in the back of the comic.
I know! I was like, you don't know what the heck the sea monkeys are about, but they had the little cartoons.
Yeah.
All it is dust. It's just dust.
Brine shrimp.
Yeah, it's dust.
Well, forget that.
Look, there's sea monkeys in this Fisto container, too. Look at that.
Whatever.
So number 1 was sea monkeys.
I win.
That was wasted. Well, I gotta come up with something else because they haven't done a good one in a while. It's a new Conan movie.
The X-ray glasses?
or Red Sonja movie. They need to do one of those.
Okay. Jeff, what's your number 1? Sea monkeys?
My number 1 is, I think, what my number 1 was last time we did this.
Yeah.
They still have yet to even address the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Squirrel Girl.
Okay. With Amy Adams?
I think we're talking Anna Kendrick.
Oh, that's who it was. I don't care either one. Future ex-wife. Oh, Squirrel Girl. Would she just be babysitting? Because that's what her character is with Luke
Just
Cage.
get her
and Jessica
in the
Drew.
damn MCU.
My number 1 is a team-up. Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, we do.
You know what? I'd rather see that than a damn sea monkey, okay?
You know, whenever I get a comic
Matter of fact, that might be
it's got
better.
those in it, just like it's nobody wants that.
I love Booster Gold.
I like Blue Beetle.
Did you say boobies? Yes, everyone loves boobies, Jeff. Why to be?
But that might be a better property to do my Wonder Twin idea with Blue Beetle.
Well,
and
the rumor was in
Gold.
Guardians of
Bluester?
in Guardians Galaxy 2, Nathan Fillion was on a poster. He was promoting Wonder Man. That was another one I thought about. And they cut that scene out. And I was like, bring Nathan Fillion into the MCU. I know he was an alien in the
But
inmate.
yeah, that doesn't
doesn't count.
You know, there's a lot of great characters that I just you just brought up Nathan Fillion being Wonder Man. Is all those the Valiant characters, which are I guess are all going to get ready to hit the movie soon.
Yeah, because they have their own universe too.
Yeah.
I had some honorable mentions. I had X-23 in her own movie. I know she was in Wolverine.
I think they are planning on trying.
Are they?
I think that's the plan.
Okay.
Whether, especially with Fox being bought by Disney, whether they're even going to go ahead with it, I don't know. But
the other one, I know this is kind of cheating. That's why it's an honorable mention. Storm and Black Panther together. I love when Black Panther was married to Storm, and they did a good little series in that. So I think that would be fun if you brought Storm into the Black Panther universe. So plus she's a badass character sometimes.
Yeah.
The only thing that
Do you want a mohawk or non-mohawk?
I'll take the mohawk. I don't care. In the new X-Men, what's the new one coming out? X-Men Phoenix Saga, whatever.
Oh, the movie. Oh,
yeah, she has a mohawk. So,
what off-ball character would you want to see? Just like
Booster Gold.
Jeez, like
I love
no,
Booster
it's like
Gold.
he's not a main. They're not a main character, but a supporting character.
A supporting character.
Yeah, unfortunately, they ruined was it Rip Hunter? Is that his
Yeah,
name?
Rip Hunter and DC Legends Tomorrow.
Because I liked the what is it, 10 years ago or something, they had a Booster Gold comic, the greatest hero you've never heard.
Yes.
And Rip Hunter was working with him. A lot of time travel, so Blake wouldn't like it.
Has there been any major character that's somewhat major that hasn't made it yet that you would be surprised that it has? You know who hasn't?
Who?
Power Girl.
Yeah.
Never understood Power Girl, to be honest. I'm like, she's...
Marvel has a hard-on for Sentry. I can't stand that character.
Do they still have a hard-on
I don't
for
know.
him?
I feel like every so often they bring him back into the
I
thing.
think they kind of realized he wasn't working, and
You know what?
ignore
Sentry's
him.
too much to me like a DC character.
that's
Yes.
exactly what he was when they brought him in.
That's what they were trying, and he is awful. There was, 5 years they were trying to make him like the face of the Avengers.
Yeah.
Bendis was. Oh, my God, that was so horrible.
Well, they're still having problems bringing Shazam or Black Adam
That's
to the
fine.
screen.
That's fine. We
Yeah.
don't need them. For a side character, I talked about this, I think, last time, actually, she was on my list, Manhunter. She was part of the DC Universe. I love that character. She was the DA of Gotham, and then at night she would go out, and whoever she didn't get to convict and she knew was guilty, she would take them down. And her Shadow King was her villain. So that was kind of cool.
So there's a DC
Manhunter?
Shadow King?
Shadow
too?
Thief.
Shadow
My
Thief,
bad.
okay.
Shadow Thief.
I like
but
to see Boom Boom.
Boom Boom. Which one is that?
It's one of the New Mutants.
I don't remember that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't really read
I didn't
the
go into-
Marvel Mutants.
Or Jubilee?
Oh gosh, she just does fireworks.
Come on, that's so fun.
She doesn't do fireworks. That's the problem. Is the 90s cartoon completely screwed up her powers into making them. She called them fireworks, but they were just pretty much explosive blasts. She blew shit up.
Pete Holmes, the comedian, said it best. She is a Hello Kitty sex doll. That's all she looks like. She has the raincoat. She's like,
You know why she looks like that?
no,
That was their take
on Robin.
On Robin.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, it was a horrible
They
take.
were giving Wolverine a Robin sidekick, and they were kind of...
How about Arm Fall Off Boy? Remember him? He's a real character. There you go. Let me show you the picture.
Oh, did you post that today?
Yeah,
on
he
Twitter.
did.
And on Facebook. Okay, so here we go. We got some good ones. And I didn't add any of these to my list because it was after the fact, and these
You
are
already
some
made your
really
list?
good ones. Yeah.
Oh, there's going to be some out there I didn't think of.
This one pissed me off because I should have thought of this one. I love this book. Besotted Geek. Listen to them. They're a great podcast. Secret Six. Kind of like Suicide Squad, but not screwed up by the Warner Brothers yet.
No, I agree.
Secret
I love
Six was
Secret
amazing.
Six. They were one that I thought of, but I think I had on my previous list when we did it.
Okay.
And I didn't want to reduplicate my list.
Lady Killer, about 1960s housewife assassin. That kind of sounds fun. I'm kind of intrigued by that now. Kill or Be Killed. It might be actually in production already. I don't know that one. Tokyo Ghost. Blade Runner meets Ready Player One.
Okay.
And Tank Girl. 2 Girls, 1 Tank, starring Margot Robbie. I think that's a...
They did
what he
do
was-
Tank Girl,
I don't think you want...
and I know... who was the big fan of Tank Girl? Was that
I forget, but yes.
Daddy Waffle?
Yes, Daddy Waffle. Let's see here. Chris Richardson at 365 Flicks had Batman. Okay, so
Oh.
Okay, so you fuckers are now just writing in shows that you or words that you want me to say. I'll play that game because I have a speech impediment. Thanks for picking on the less
It's not a
fortunate.
speech impediment.
Batman, cacophony,
That sounds like a word I know of.
the widening hero. Gyre.
Gyro?
Yeah.
But,
Gyre. It's
Gyre.
Gyre. I got cacophony, though.
You got gyre. Okay, yeah, that was...
Put that on the board,
wasn't
fuckers.
that was a Kevin Smith pen. Yeah.
They said Dev said that he basically just wanted it just so Kevin Smith could actually finish the series. He does
Oh,
that
they
a
never
lot.
finished it, did they?
No. Spider-Man, this is another good one. Kraven's Last Hunt.
I know you're a big fan of it. I
Love
never
Kraven's
liked
Last
Kraven.
Hunt. Did you see? Have you remember seeing that? The one that he finally just killed himself in. Craven did.
Kraven's Last Hunt back in
Yeah.
the 90s?
Yeah.
Oh.
Late 80s, early 90s. Yeah.
We got all the artists coming for that and the writers.
Really? I got those books.
Well, someone's getting in line.
Somebody's getting a
I
signature.
just break some news?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Jeff does it better.
Oh, yeah.
He-Man and Masters of the Universe, the DC release from 2013, that was a hell of a good series. I like that one. Star Wars, Darth Vader, the series. And The Shepherd. Oh, we did. He's coming to the Comic Expo.
Yeah, showing Andre some love. Or
Yes.
Andreas?
Yes.
Now I'm slaughtering his name. I apologize.
Let's see here. He said Outside the Long Box had, this is a hard one. I do agree with some of the other ones. He goes, Why the Last Man? Already being done. That's been off and on for a long time.
That's been off and on. So that's one I thought of but didn't add on because I know it's been in certain stages of production. But I certainly understand that one.
Dev had, Lady Space Violence, Genie of Hobie had Saga. Everybody talks about Saga.
I think I remembered when Graphic Novice talked about it.
Yeah. And that is got a pretty good following. Sex Criminals,
All right.
Sandman / The Endless.
Yeah, Sandman was one. I thought they were some sort of production. I could be wrong.
That one goes off and on as well.
Yeah, they're always talking about that, so I kind of avoided that one, but I could see that.
Why the Last Man? And Black Orchid. I've heard of that one. Orchid.
Orchid.
Black Orchid. Sorry, not Orchard.
Is
Not
it Orchard or Orchid?
Black Orchid? How are you?
Honorable mention, Superman, the Red Sun, when he gets adopted by the Russian family. That was good.
They should do that.
Yeah.
I didn't think that would. Yeah, DC can do that. Just a Superman movie that doesn't have to be part of their DCU standalone.
Well, they're doing a lot of standalone
Wouldn't it
ones.
be
Yeah.
great if, like, you know how they did Captain America when they made it a period piece? Wouldn't it be great if they did, like, the superheroes, like, in their period when they were actually created as superheroes?
That would be fun. And they did the cartoon of that, The Last Frontier, or the Justice League one.
Yeah, so if they did, like, a Captain America when he actually... Well, they already did. I mean, Superman and Batman
from the 40s.
from when they were originally wrote.
I like that. Pittsburgh Nerd had the Red Hood. I
like that.
one.
But then they did do a animated TV. movie,
The
or
animated one was really good. Have you seen the animated Red Hood one?
Yes, a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's been out for a while.
Yeah. And the best is when he throws the bag of a gym bag down at the criminals, and it's all the severed heads of the mobsters. I was like, okay, this is not for my son. I'm going to take that back a little bit. Dr. Fate. I did like the character, the look.
helmet.
Why the Last Man? Nova, the Richard Rider version, and Rom, the Space Knight.
Oh, Rom.
They're making that.
Are they?
Yeah. Let's see.
So James Cameron's not getting his wish on fatigue here.
Pop culture had a lot of image books. Big Man Plans. I've heard of it.
Oh, a lot of the newer Image books. Well, when I hear Image, I think of the Image from the 90s, and I'm like, a lot of Youngblood and a lot of another Spawn movie, maybe.
Plastic.
Savage Dragon.
Crosswind, Generation Gone, and Alien Legion. So there you go. Dev had Sex Criminals and Sex, but only done by Brazil. Oh, God, he wanted the porn version. Anyways, no. Lock and Key, that's another good one that I heard nothing bad about. That was a Fox TV show. It's by Stephen King's son.
Okay.
Joe
King?
Thank you. Does he go by King?
He doesn't.
It's Joe Thank you, jackass over there. Thank you, Andrew, for telling me it wasn't. Joe Klein, what was he? I forget. Lock and Key was if you go online, there is a pilot on the Fox for Fox was look at years ago, and then it got passed on. Then it went to one of the subscription services, and that got passed on.
I think that's where I know that from.
Hack Slash, I've heard of that. We 3 and Rover Red Charlie. He hobied that shit. I don't remember those. And Echo by Terry Moore.
That's the thing is there's a lot out there that we don't know.
Honorable mentions. Why the Last Man, Saga, East of West. And he said these would actually be better as a series. So is what he was saying.
All right.
So let's see here. Doug had... I'm sorry. Let's do Tony High first here from Sorry Language. Metropolitan. Number 4, Quantum and Woody. Number 3, Black Science. 2, this is what he dressed up as for Halloween. Jeannie talked about this. The Adventures of Milk and Cheese. Needs to be a series. Number 1, Kingdom Come. That's a hell of a book.
That'd be good.
Doug, number 1 fan, had Haunted Mansion, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Dreamfinder, and Figment. They're all Disney comics, so they count. Yes.
Yeah, and then did you see the next thing?
Yes, they...
Scam Jeff was like, what about this? And shared the Eddie Murphy Haunted Mansion poster.
Yes. I don't know about that. But those were some good ones. I like
Stupid
those.
Disney making that Haunted Mansion movie and making me watch it.
I do like the Why the Last Man. I would love to see that be made. But yes, so there you go. Anything else we want to talk about here? I think we did a pretty good job here. Anything else we missed, we will get to next week. And
or we'll
Andrew?
miss it then, too.
Enemy Ace. That's another one I'd like to see.
What is it?
Enemy Ace.
Don't remember that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that like Space Ace?
No. World War II. Enemy Ace.
Nope. Let's see. Andrew, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Since Cincinnati Comic Expo, September 14th through 16th.
Yes, Duke Energy Center. Tickets now on sale.
CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
Experience packages.
Do it.
Now.
And oh yeah is going to be there. Not Macho Man. That would be kind of crazy.
Yeah, you can say it that way. That's cool, too.
Thank you. So the G.I. Joe group had like pictures that you can take like inside become a real life action G.I. Joe character.
Yes.
I think Hobie might do that. Because we get a lot of picture requests. I think we can make a big Jeff, Blake, Jim, Jason, Doug thing, and just people can just insert themselves.
Put their own face in with our faces.
Yes.
I think that G.I. Joe group's actually growing pretty quick.
I like that. We were very
They're
friendly.
good guys. Good
Yeah.
guys.
They came on our show last year.
I think they're like 2 groups now.
Okay.
Down at the expo, they created a Facebook page for WWF or WWE at the expo. And they got a list of like a dozen people coming up in characters from like 80s wrestling. So they're getting a bunch of people to come up and they're going to go as a group of wrestlers
I like it.
from the 80s. And then they got their G.I. Joe group.
Yeah, they did a good job. They did K9 support for veterans is where they donate their money. Yeah. So you can go to our Facebook page. We actually have them on there. But yes, bad idea of the week. Number 182, Namor. That's it. Just Namor.
Can't argue.
Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. It's not so bad. There's the history. It's the history of bad, so bad. The history of bad, it's bad. The history of bad ideas. Podcast.
Addendum. We gotta get under 2 hours. Okay. Titles for the show. I got one. Jumping on trampolines.
Did we even talk about that?
I think that might have been from last week.
I got ragtag because you liked that word.
I do like that word.
I got it's like oi. I
do like that.
A movie contest near you.
Winnebago.
Low cow butter.
Oh, low cow butter.
Nostalgic flashback. Mm-hmm. And Winnipeg in a Winnebago.
I like that one.
So that's what we're going with.
Andrew, you like that one?
Sure.
Good. Okay, that's it. Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
You've been listening to Hobie.